my scanning ass fell his eye. Spending that money fast, 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, going at Goyard bag, boosting ladies where y'all at. Stuffing that shit in your bag, just to flip it, pop some tags. Girl, going at Goyard bag, spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, baby, spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, baby, spend that shit. Woo!
I don't care. All I care about is my relatives. Let me drive this home. All I care about is a nigga disrespecting my relative, nigga. That's all I care about, boy. That's all I care about.
Woo! Woo! Shit! Tough time tonight, but let me rewind it. You heard Claudia now. You heard Claudia now.
I'm going to say this, and people can be mad at me if they want to. I think just because someone passes on, it doesn't mean we just, oh, now we can't say anything negative or honest about you. I think just because someone passes on, it doesn't mean we just, oh, now we can't say anything negative or honest about you. I think just because someone passes on, it doesn't mean we just, oh, now we can't say anything negative or honest about you.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
The racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Going, you're being a racist! Racist!
I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you.
Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber, what did I see?
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. Beyonce.
Carry on.
Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
Hold up.
Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
And that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know what, whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that. I can't read it. There's no words on it. There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out. What is
for credits?
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay.
No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Let me know that you can hear me. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. I see you. I appreciate you. Yes, I am late. Let me know if you can hear this, because child, I was watching that video. I'm pressing these buttons and y'all don't hear shit. Did you just now hear that? I'm like Kofa over there trying to figure out a way to get the sounds to work. Can y'all hear this? Heard? Okay, cool. Thank you. So yeah, I'm late. So I had shit to do. I'm just saying. I'm here now. All right. So you see the sun is it's setting. So that's why I look like this. For those that are gonna ask, all right. It'll be done in about 20 minutes and the sun will be down or moved anyway. So yes, we have to talk about this autopsy. Mods, be ready because the trolls will be here. All right. So we have to talk about this autopsy where they got the most illiterate person in the world to go over shit. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like, sir, what are you talking about? But we'll figure it out today and we'll decipher it. But it seems like the conclusion is ain't no conclusion. Ain't no conclusion. So you can't blame the white people, but you know they're still going to try to blame the white people because you know that's how race hustlers and grifters do. Shout out to Al and Ben. Child, if I could get this straight, my hair look crazy. Anyway, because that's what they do. And you know that the color community loves it. Shout out to the all of y'all that watched the 2 videos that I put out with them 2 crazy ass women saying crazy ass shit, of which I went and sent it to other people so that they could listen to it. And they said, yeah, she crazy. Both of them. All right. So I know that I'm still sane. Not that I needed their, verification. I already know. Because, child, we're about to see it get even worse. We are about to see it get even worse because of these results that are not what they wanted them to be. They wanted to, if this was what they wanted to be, Ben Crump would have waited till this morning at 9-10 a.m. in order to have a press conference. He would have been doing an emergency last night at 9 p.m. and had everybody stop. So it's like, yeah, this ain't what they was expecting. This is not what they were expecting. So we'll go ahead and listen to the press conference and have a chuckle because he sounds crazy, and then try to figure out what's what. Because the last thing that they should have had is that ninja up there talking about this mess. They should have had a professional, a doctor, a medical examiner, whoever the hell does, a person who does funerals. I don't know. The crypt fucking keeper would have been better off than him. I'm more confused after listening to him than anything. So we got a couple other content creators who have talked, and then we'll look some stuff up and try to figure this shit out. Because, child, you cannot trust this ninja. I don't know why this thing is not working. Hold on a second. Let me close it down and open it back up. Pause. Pause. All right. Let me go ahead and shout out Reaper. Thank you so much, Boo. He said, y'all ready to lock in on some dummism? Let's rock in with the dummism. Y'all hit the like button for me. Hit the subscribe button as well. 45.5 if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to all the new subscribers. We appreciate you. Shout out to Trey. Thank you, Boo. He said Crump looks like he used to get bullied in school. Crump looks like he was bullied in school when they did popcorn reading. Oh, I remember. Oh my God. What a memory. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's when they were like, you never know when you would be called. Shout out for that reference. Shout out to Generation X. The best, always and always and forever. Oh, I forgot to get the microphone. My bad. Somebody asked me about the microphone. My bad. I forgot to plug it in. Thank you so much, 638 for the gold coin. I appreciate you. Shout out to Live from New York in the building. He said, finally caught her live. Yeah, where you been, sir? We haven't been talking about New York, but we'll get back to him. Trust me. Thank you so much, Boo. I appreciate you. Y'all hit the like button. Let me go ahead and share this first screen, child, because remember, because I'm gonna get right to it since I'm late, y'all. Remember, the colored community says that y'all are supposed to be boycotting white people, okay? And then all of a sudden, Nancy Grace says that she's part of the team, and they're like, yeah, Nancy, come on, girl, we love you, girl. Now, wait a minute. Now, don't that go against y'all don't trust, like, and can't be around white people? Listen to the videos from this month. Go listen to both of the videos that I dropped today. How is this a good thing? Based off of the community's logic, This is what I'm talking about. Y'all look crazy all the damn time. That girl talking about your kids can't be around white people. Don't teach your kids to assimilate to white people because the kids are a second-class citizen and they're not equal to white people and we're not equal to white people. Girl, what? And y'all let that shit fly. Then the other one trying to take down a black woman's, in the ATL, mind you, a black woman's businesses, because she has 2 restaurants from what I understand, and telling her that she can't talk to that white man because you gotta be black. Now, wait a minute. So she can't talk to that white man that's running for governor, whose job it is to come out here and talk to the community. And since he's going to be, or maybe the governor of your state, don't you think you should know what he's up to? That's not how the colored community handles things. They say no white people. And then here comes Nancy Grace, and all of a sudden, yeah, Cisco, sis. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about, why y'all will look crazy saying this shit. I didn't realize it would it'd be this quick. All right, then I'm gonna let it be. That's what I was checking to see if you could hear it. If you can, I'll let it be. Shout out to Tadisha. It's on page 377 of the code, the infamous code that makes no sense. I thought y'all was boycotting Asians. I thought y'all was boycotting white people. I thought y'all was boycotting Target. Y'all always boycotting and then show and prove that you're not. Y'all seen any bald-headed women lately with no wigs? Not me, because y'all already know. But you seen any of the 92% with no spiders, makeup, and weave? Don't that stuff come from Asians? I'm confused. I don't care, but I'm just saying, like, I just want to point out how stupid, how dumbism, these stupid ass rules are that y'all can't even follow. That lady from earlier sitting up here talking about you better not talk to that white man. Bitch, I don't know who the fuck y'all think you are. Y'all can't even run your own lives. You definitely can't run your kids' life. So I'd be a little bit confused why you think you're going to tell whole ass strangers that you don't know that are adults older than your punk asses with your fucked up teeth and everything else what the fuck to do. Child, y'all better go to sleep and wake the fuck back up because clearly y'all are dreaming. And excuse me. And if y'all think that that's the way to get somebody on your side, you're going to be sorely disappointed when the time comes for election. I promise you. I promise you. These people are not for black people. They're for themselves, and that's it. There's no way you can say that you're a part of a sisterhood, and then you're trying to take that lady down with her business in the ATL. There's no way that you can say that you are for black people and try to take that woman's damn business down just because she went and talked to somebody. Guess what? We have free fucking will. We are not slaves, and we are definitely not beholden to motherfuckers that got all this shit all over their motherfucking face looking like it or something. Gargoyle-ish, mind you. Anyway. So, Neighborhood Talk says, ooh, popular true crime broadcaster Nancy Grace joins the fight for answers after questions emerge about Nolan Wells' cell phone following his death. Now, the question should be, how come the police don't have it yet? They were supposed to come together and look at it together. Child, that was what, a week ago? What they waiting for? Hold on a second, child. Hold on. One second.
Thanks for the tip.
Well, you know, they could go ahead and start paying Nancy Grace. That's an option. So they passed the original goal. So now it's up to 755. But you know, right after the funeral, it miraculously went up 100,000. During the funeral, it's still 750,000. Once Al said we done, it jumped up to 850,000. And shout out to Ringo. I was listening to him earlier. What exactly is this money for? Black men, this is how much y'all might not be worth, but that's how much Nolan is worth. Y'all ain't worth shit. Just want to let you know. You know, I'm your girl. I'm here to let y'all know you ain't worth shit. Now, die or go to jail, and then maybe someone will talk about what you're worth. Because you didn't hear them talking about they needed it for the funeral. The funeral was covered, of course. But I'm going to assume since she's a doctor and he does whatever that they had insurance. So let's not forget that part. There's probably life insurance, right? These people are millionaires. I'm not saying that they weren't before, but they definitely millionaires now. So watch some troll come through and saying, you just sound like you're jealous. Yeah, those people are the ones that always be pocket watching. And then when someone else does it, then all of a sudden they got something to say. Like they're talking about Jeff Bezos is a millionaire and Elon is a trillionaire. Then somebody go talk about the fact that there's all this money. For what reason? Why are you pocket watching? It's a question. Because none of this stuff makes sense. Except for the fact that it's the same play, wash, rinse, repeat. Shout out to the race grifters who continue to do the same thing, and they taken you, the Black community, right with them because you are run by Democrats, liberals, progressives, because that's what it technically all comes down to, and you will be delivered to them come midterm. Good luck to y'all. Shout out to my fave. He said, dummism, roomyism, crumpism, liquors and 5, child, liquors and 5. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? The claps or no? Yay, nay. Yay, nay. Yeah, always. It's always rules for thee, but not for me. So they always talking about, and okay, all right, I'll leave it alone. They always talking about, you can't go shop at Target. Who? We boycotting Target. Why? Clearly, y'all ain't got no problem with white people too, because you're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Google, YouTube, WhatsApp. Y'all, if y'all don't go to hell anyway, let me go back over here to the neighborhood talk, y'all. So it says neighbors, longtime true crime. All right, let me just play this shit.
Bombshell tonight. The dead teen's messages deleted after his body washes ashore. Nolan Wales bombshell tonight. The dead teen's messages deleted after his body washes ashore.
Is that confirmed? So the messages got deleted after the body was discovered. So after July the 6th? Because that's what it sounds like she's saying. I know, Queen. I don't want to turn it off because then you might not hear me on the mic, but I'll do it when we're done. Is that been confirmed? No? Okay. All right. Why Nancy always got to look crazy too, child? All right, Nancy. So Nancy's on the case now, okay? Even though I thought Black people were supposed to be boycotting white people because white people are no good to you and Black people are inferior to white people. That's what that girl said, okay? Everybody going to jail, including the boat, the water, and surrounding. Oh, so they support Nancy. Tadisha, what page is this on? Nancy Grace is acceptable. All other white people aren't. Must be part of this stupid ass code, okay? Baby, that blonde bob is activated. Okay, the higher the bob, the larger the charge. Everybody fitting to be in jail. She does not play. Oh, look, I did all my rings today. Shout out to me. Anyway. Nancy was the first person to report on Trayvon Martin and bring the news national. This story with Nolan is national. Okay. Y'all woke up Nancy Grace. I pray for justice for Nolan. So heartbreaking. Only the seasoned folk remember the old Nancy Grace. She might be the only nosy white woman everyone loves. Yeah, till she do or say something you don't like, then you gonna toss her the way you tossing that lady in the ATL. I love her, baby. That Bob mean business. Get him, boo. They have made Nancy come out of retirement. So what happened to y'all not supposed to be liking white people? You're scared of white people. Don't forget what Ricky said. Ricky Smiley's scared of white people. He told y'all gotta leave. Talking to the blacks. Y'all supposed to be leaving. You about to be put in chains. He's scared. You should be scared. All right. This is what Ricky Smiley said. I know y'all don't research and fact check the trolls, but we heard it with our own mouths. This is what he said. That's what that nigga said. All right. Y'all supposed to be boycotting white people. Here come Nancy. That's over. Child can't keep up. Just can't keep up. That's why I don't, because I don't care. But let's go on over here and look at it through News Nation and see what the hell is going on. Ben Crump announces autopsy results in Nolan Wells case. Child. The most illiterate
to be
of the most
respectful of the fact that we
illiterate.
do have additional programming that is going on to conclude our convention today as well. So we're asking the all press and media, if you're asking questions, please be concise, give your name, give your media credential, and we'll go from there. But before he comes, we'll have the leader of the NAACP, President Derek Johnson, to give opening remarks. President Johnson.
Open remark. What the hell is this? Opening remarks.
Good morning. Good morning. Far too often our young people are confronted with challenges, and many jurisdictions.
All right, I'm not trying to hear this. This is just, everybody need to get the time. All right, here you go.
Conference of NAACP and being there during the homegoing services to help the family go through.
Is everything an award show?
What no parents want to go through. Thank you to Chairman Leon Russell, my longtime mentor from Florida, who helped raise so many.
Child, is this the BET Awards? Now we got to go through all this. Listen, let me get to where the parents are speaking here, because, child, I don't want to hear mush mouth no longer than I need to.
You to President Johnson, as well as Chairman Russell. This has been a difficult journey. Losing a child, it truly breaks your heart. It is a pain that is just, you can't measure it. Especially someone like Nolan, who brought so much joy and light and
G-Dubs, thank you so much for the gold coin. I appreciate you.
life to everyone. You don't find too many genuine people like him. So to lose that light at such a young age under these circumstances has been absolutely difficult, which is why we've gone this route. There's so many people out in the public asking all of these questions, but the only question that we have is what happened to our son.
This
That
is
is
amazing.
We have consistently been degraded by the public. There's been questions about our parenting, our GoFundMe, this, that, and other. I've been called a racist. I am a healthcare provider, and I take my job very seriously. I love everyone. And it's been difficult for us, but we are leaning into our faith, leaning into one another, also leaning into all of you. There are not enough thank yous, not enough appreciation for what you guys have done for us. And we do. We love you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. And so it is our hope.
He back there touching her again. King Ya, oh liggity child. King, thank you so much for the floating heart. I appreciate you. Figuretti says parents aren't saying much. They participated in this spectacle. They ain't stopping it, that's for sure. Let's see if the daddy says something. You know, he's not allowed to talk.
That our local authorities,
Child, and this is on 1.5.
will do what they need to do, because us having the preliminary autopsy results and hearing nothing from them, it's heartbreaking and it's concerning, which again is why we are here, why we have asked for this help. So again, thank you all so much for your support. We appreciate you, we really do.
Every day I wake up, it's a new challenge.
I think he might be going through it. Shout out to Tim. Thank you for the gold coin. I appreciate you, boo.
Knowing that a part of me I would never talk to, I would never hold, I would never play around with or get mad at, it's not here.
I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt him, but look at how close he is to her, y'all. This skeeves me out.
The preliminary autopsy results and hearing nothing from them, it's heartbreaking and it's concerning, which again is why we are here, why we have asked for this help. So again, thank you all so much for your support. We appreciate you, we really do.
Every day I wake up, it's a new challenge. Knowing that a part of me I would never talk to, I would never hold, I would never play around with or get mad at, it's not here anymore. Nolan brought a lot of joy to our family. He was the wittiest one out of everyone.
Thank you, Trey, for the jewels. I appreciate you, boo.
The clown. He loved to put in the work because he wanted to be the best. He wanted to make me and his mother proud, and we were so proud of him just for
Thanks for the tip.
Being the person that he was. He was loving. All his teachers knew him, but loved him. He walks in the room, his aura, you're automatically drawn to it. Never met an enemy. And if they were, they would eventually be friends because they would eventually bond. And it's going to be hard.
Thanks for the tip.
He should be at football practice right now. Yeah. Calling me out to practice, Dad, I made this play, or I made that play, or I get a text with 3 or 4 videos of him doing this, running this route, making this block. And what you think I should do? and I will give my honest, because I always tell them, if anyone is going to be totally honest with you, it's going to be me. It's not because I'm being mean, but people outside your family are going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to know to make you better. It's going to be hard for our family from here on out. And like I said, every day is a challenge. We're going to miss our son. And like my wife said, we just want honesty. We want to know what happened to our son, because the things that you're telling us, that's not the character of our son. We know our son. I understand, our children would do things that, they would kind of dumbfound us sometimes, but the things that we're being told, that wasn't Nolan. So please keep us in your prayers, keep him in your prayers. And we're going to keep pushing and fighting until we find answers. Thank you guys for your love and support.
So the NAACP has to get in here so that they can get some shine as well. That has to be it. They don't come through for nothing. Nothing at all. Jason Beatrice, I appreciate you, hun. Use it at Target. I can't, this thing don't work. Thank you. I will see if I can go find something at Target. You're so crazy. Thank you so much. Fitting right in, child. Shout out to LC. I appreciate you, boo. She said, rest in peace, Nolan Wells. Yes, rest in peace to Nolan Wells. This spectacle has gotten out of hand. It has definitely gotten out of hand. Kofi, I appreciate you. He said, Ben backed up when the dad came to the podium and eased on back there with mama, shaking my head. Okay, it's not just me. It's Skeevy to me. It's Skeevy. He just touches her too much for me. Too much for me. But whatever. At least they let the daddy talk today, child. At least they let the daddy talk. Shout out to him.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Oh, and for all the people that got a problem with me saying the word colored, I don't care.
Christine and Nolan, Christine and Elmore, Nolan's mother and father. Before we start to go over the preliminary findings from the independent autopsy, we will hear from Attorney Lisa Park to tell you about who was the forensic pathologist who conducted the autopsy. Attorney Lisa Park.
Thank you. Dr. Roger Mitchell could not join us today, but we felt it important before we reveal and unfold this report that you understand who conducted this autopsy. Dr. Roger Mitchell is a physician and board certified forensic.
So Dr. Robert Mitchell or Roger Mitchell did the autopsy, but you couldn't wait for him to be available. So you let Ben do it. You couldn't, he ain't got no colleagues. Anyway, maybe that is what he said. He said, leave me the hell on up out of here. You ain't got to say my name, but this is like, again, an award show or something. Like, why didn't y'all wait? Why didn't y'all wait? Because Ben got to be the center of attention. The NAACP got to get a reason to get in front of everybody so they can insert themselves, those colored people. Same old shit, different day. Colors love to be scammed. Thank you, RBN. He said the national advancement of colored people, but founded by white people. We love to be finesse. Salute to Scammer Crump. I agree. You already know. You already know. But, some people don't want to see it. Whatever. Thank you for another 5. He said, I wonder what percentage of the GoFundMe is Scammer Crump taking. Just saying. That's just that donation. That doesn't mean that there's not other places where their donations are being received, sent directly. Okay, I'm telling you, this whole thing is over $1 million already. Yeah, they just did another 150 for the reward. Tyler paid for the whatever he paid for. Colin paid for what he paid for. Already over $1 million. Millionaires. If they was close before, they definitely there now. Elliot, I appreciate you. Thank you for the gold coin. Shout out to everybody that is here. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
Forensic pathologist with 2 decades of experience. He currently serves as the president of the National Medical Association, which is the oldest and largest group of Black physicians in the U.S.
Oh, they had a Black physician do it. All right, cool.
Most recently, he also served as president of Howard University Hospital.
It's only certain people. That's why you have to get into the code. That's why Tadisha is here to let us know where in the code the exceptions are. So Blacks are boycotting Asians, but not this Asian and not the Asian mama. Okay.
Chief Medical Officer of the Howard University Faculty Practice Plan and chair of the Department of Pathology. Before joining Howard, he served as chief medical examiner for Washington, D.C. from 2014 to 2021, and later as interim deputy mayor for the Public Safety and Justice.
All right, y'all, he ain't here. I don't care. Let's go.
President Johnson, Chairman Russell, and the NAACP, because So matter.
Get to it. I don't want to hear it. Why is he talking? Get to it.
Anybody out there who have information, so we.
Do they have anything? Did anybody watch this already? Do they have anything new to say? They're saying the same shit. Somebody need to say something. Maybe everybody has already talked. What are you going to force someone to say something? He's saying the same shit over and over and over. Chow, you just did it. What was the funeral? What was the funeral? Friday? Nigga, we got it on repeat. Shut the fuck up. Do you have nothing new to say? No, because there's nothing to tell. There's nothing new. Oh my God. Exactly. I already know he ain't got nothing to say. Just fanning the flames of racism, and it's working on the Blacks, of course. Rachel, I appreciate your boo. She said that's not Noah's dad. Noah's last name as well. Nolan. Nolan's last name as well, and man and wife are Wamsley. Wells' mom's maiden name. Where's his real dad? Shaking my head. All of a sudden, nobody wants to acknowledge that. Just like she phenotypically identifies as a Black woman, all the Black women are accepting it. Let it be a different situation. They would be shutting this shit down. But because all they see, because it's like this thing here doesn't work, is that Nolan is Black. This father, who's not his father, looks Black. I'm sorry, he is Black. And then the mama, she dark enough, so she's accepted. Now, I'm not saying he should be deceased. Y'all know, well, the regulars know how I feel about that. Not at all. However, the problem here is that they won't, just like Michi X said, they won't say that it's racism. But anytime Ben, Al, and now the NAACP can get a chance to say that's what it is with no proof, with nothing, that just riles all the 92%. I'm going to say at least the 92% and a lot of LTMs up. They be like, yeah, you just said this, you or that. Nah, I'm just a critical thinker that don't jump to conclusions with no proof. That's what y'all do. And you allow this man to sit in your face, say the same shit over and over again. He ain't offering nothing. He ain't saying nothing, but he getting that money together, ain't he? Him and Al getting that money together, ain't they? For show, for show. Anyway.
We can get to the truth. Young people, they were planning 300, 400.
Maybe if you go, so he's doing another rally. They turned Nolan's funeral into a rally. So now he's got to turn. This is why he's doing this. This is why he's doing this. Oh my God. Another rally to say the same shit, to get Blacks upset, to get them all riled up, to make them scared. Just like you go into church and and sometimes the pastors be saying some shit and it's like, child, what are you talking about? They're like, yeah, pastor, amen. Just conditioned just to do the shit. So he's going to take every opportunity to make sure, everybody's, well, those that are into this like that, their levels all on 10. So they can keep people in line, keep people activated, keep going, keep saying it's white people, keep your knee on their neck. It's okay to say that now, y'all. It's okay to say that now. Because the more carrying on, the more outrage, the more donations. They surpassed the first goal, on their way to the second goal. Just raise that shit to 1 million. That's what I think they should do. Ignore the fact that this is a stepfather. And first of all, actually, thank you for saying this. Ignore where the stepfather, where's he at? How come he don't get a chance to be here? Did he come to the funeral? Is he alive? Is he not? Did she adopt it? Like, what is going on? What is going on? You want all this empathy, you want all this sympathy, you want all this support, but you don't want to answer no questions that others want to know. Answer that question. How you boycotting Asians and y'all out here fighting for an Asian? How you gonna sit up here and just act like it's not a big deal that we don't even know where the real father is? This is the problem. Nobody ever want to have any questions. Just that's how you get into trouble, because you don't ask questions. It's okay to have a question. Remember when we was going through, when Cam came through and everybody was like, just vote for her because she's Black. Who are you talking to? That's what y'all do, and that's why you get into trouble. What the fuck does she stand for? Like it's crazy. Like it's a crazy thing to say. What are you going to do so that I can decide if it helps me or not? so that I can decide if I'm gonna vote for you or not. It's not because you're black. She's not black. And I don't care if you're black. It doesn't mean you get anything. You have to show and fucking prove. Maybe that's why so many people can't get a job, because they just think I'm black, so you should hire me. It don't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Child, please. Also, Rachel, before I just saw this again, where are the Asians? How come the Asians aren't out here helping with the case? Then black people will turn around, specifically the women, and say, we always fighting. Remember, the 92% is supposed to shut the fuck up since Donald Trump became president. Have they shut the fuck up since Donald Trump became president? No. So why is it that you take on these things on your back and then you complain about the thing that you're doing yourself? We got to carry everything on our back. Who asked you to? We got to do everything. Who asked you to? You take this shit upon yourself to do. You inserting yourself in the shit all the damn time in the name of what exactly? Ain't no Asian. Did anybody, I think Ringo brought this up. Maybe somebody else did. Anybody see any Asian people from her side of the family show up? Bueller, did they even show up for Nolan at the funeral? Did anybody see Bueller? Did anybody see she got the mom is deceased. Some uncle or something, maybe the mother's brother or something. I don't know. Where was that person? Where was that person at? So you're telling me there's no one from the Asian side of the family that loved Nolan enough to come through, to come to the funeral? Why is that? Does that not sound suspicious? Shout out to Dr. Umar. Is that weird? I feel like that's weird. I'm confused. All the trolls that are upset, stay upset, okay? Just stay mad. Just stay mad. Because when you don't do what they think you should do, then all of a sudden everything's a problem. Your mom's a problem. How about that? Your mom birthed a dummy. So y'all don't think. You don't use your brains. You just go along with the get along. And that's why you probably agree with that woman that says that black people aren't equal to white people. And you listen to Ricky Smiley and you scared of white people. That's what the people that you following are telling people and saying out loud. Y'all can have all that. That don't apply to us, the regular smegulars over here, because we're not stupid. And if somebody is afraid to ask a question, then they shouldn't expect anything from anyone. So stop thinking that we all supposed to think the same, because we don't. Stop thinking that we all got to agree, because we don't. And don't think that the rest of us that have a brain aren't going to ask questions, because there's nothing wrong with asking questions. And that's why Cam lost, because she didn't have shit and she ain't black. So keep lying to the rest of us who think, see where that gets you. Put her ass up there again, see what happens. Put her ass up there again and see what happens. Shout out to RB, and I appreciate you. He said the white woman from Oregon was the president of the NAACP and she was claiming to be black. And black women came out, supported her, and demanded she keep her role. Now, clearly it wasn't, what is her name? What is her name? The one that does OF now. Child, what is her name? Because they kicked her right out. She should be able to come back. Because if y'all don't believe Cam is black, then that lady need to come back so she don't have to do OF. And if y'all fighting for Asian, when y'all boycotting Asians, thank you, Robert, Rachel Dolezal, she need to come back and be the president of whatever the hell she was president of. Because now y'all believe that as long as you think you are, you believe. Y'all agree that if a man thinks he's a woman, then he's a woman. If a woman thinks she's a man, she's a man. If somebody thinks they're a dog, they're a dog. If somebody thinks they're a tree, they're a tree. Because that's what liberals, progressives, and Democrats believe in. So then Rachel can be black. Soon as y'all allow Rachel to come back, I'll believe that Cam is black. Until y'all say that Rachel Dolezal is black, you can miss me with this shit with Cam. You want me to believe she's black? Say that Rachel Dolezal is black and put her back in her position. Black women were saying it's about time someone wanted to be. Goodbye. Child, I can't even use the machine. This sucks. Goodbye. That's crazy. I believe you, though. I believe you. But you know how the colored community is. They love to be scammed. Listen to this nigga right here.
People, somebody knows something.
Same shit, different day.
So, Scott X, we're trying to just make sure people understand that you can call the Nolan Wells tip line. From day.
Child, whoever thought that this was a good idea to have this illiterate person speak, child, is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, Kofa, it must be something in the air. Oh, I can't even catch your comment. It must be something in the air. This is meant to play on the heartstrings as well. Putting a picture up of Nolan.
An autopsy will be provided for the media at press@bencrump.com. And so, Mr. Jones, keep that. I don't need this one. I just need this one here. Pull this close. So, pull this up here. So, Dr. Roger Mitchell, board-certified forensic pathologist, performed a preliminary report on the death of Nolan Xavier Wells. He conducted and presented this report on July 19th, 2026. Preliminary report, second autopsy, death of Nolan Xavier Wells. Cause of death, undetermined, pending investigation.
Cause of death, undetermined. Thank you, Jay. He said Ben has a G-string on. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye, cannot. Undetermined.
And we'll explain that as we go through the report this morning. The manner of death, undetermined, pending investigation. Statement of examination. This forensic pathologist was retained to perform a second autopsy examination on the body of Nolan Xavier Wells. Name of decedent, Nolan Xavier Wells. Age, 18 years old. Race, black. Gender, male. Date of death.
Black and Philippine. But black and Asian, because that's what he was repping in his Instagram. Rest in peace to Roland. But now all of a sudden, if you say the facts, see, people don't like the facts. They only like what the narrative is. He definitely repped Philippines, as did his mama. But the colored community don't want to hear that. The colored community don't want to hear that. They want to take on this fight on their own because they so badly want to win. They want to win like with OJ.
Known. Second autopsy date was performed on July 10th, 2026. Preliminary findings. And this
Thanks for the tip.
is significant. Focal area of red discoloration in the soft tissue of the back of the head, the occipital region. He said the etiology is unknown at this time. He said the body was received after the initial autopsy. He said the body had marked decompensation. He said corona incision of the scalp, brain removal.
Child, any doctors here, child? Any doctors or nurses here? Because somebody gonna have to interpret what this idiot is saying, okay? Anybody? Bueller? Anybody? RBN, do you know what he's saying? We ain't got no nurses here. Somebody. Anybody?
Y-shaped incision of the anterior torso. And he talked about the organs being removed, as is common, accompanied in the body cavity. And that when you have an autopsy.
You hear them screaming in the back. Child, if y'all, oh my God, why are y'all here? Not y'all, whoever's screaming in the back. Some biatches that don't know. You do know that they have to open. Anyway. All right. What did this ninja say so far? Thank you, Rachel. He was repping naps. You see his hair. Laugh out loud. You're so crazy. The correct word should have been decomposition. Oh, so he's enunciating wrong. Of course. This is sped up. Charcoal Cowboy, this is 1.5. This is 1.5. He still sounds slow. I don't know how anybody got through this. This is crazy. Because we think that the medical examiner, the black guy, didn't want to be involved with this mess. He's like, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. Exactly. This nigga wanted the spotlight, as usual. As usual. That's what this is about. I don't care what nobody got to say. That's all he cares about. Fit Granny says it couldn't be determined because the lungs and trachea had to be removed in order to study the organs, since they had the other parts of his body and found no other signs to suggest cause of death. Well, okay. None against you, but I don't understand why they wouldn't wait. Shakita! I'm a nurse, but I'm just seeing this so I don't know what he's talking about. Shaquita, come on, girl. Come on, Shaquita. Shaquita, let me know if I'm saying that right. we're going to need you to pay attention and give us some tea, girl, because Ben can't do it. Ben cannot do this alone. We're going to be half here, half sleep all night. We got to sit here and listen to him. We will take your nursing degree. Come on, child. Listen and give us an interpretation, please. We need help. We need some help.
Obviously, the organs are removed from the body and they're dissected and examined, and then they're put back in a bag within inside the body. So when they're
That's how chicken works or turkey works. All right, I'm gonna put it on 2.0 now, y'all. We got to speed him up. 2.0.
buried, their remains will all be with them. But in this occasion, if there's going to be a
now he sounds normal, child.
second autopsy, then the organs are put in the body cavity, so the second pathologist could be able to examine the organs as well. Very significant for Dr. Mitchell was that the anterior inner neck structures were absent, not received with the body, and we'll explain that in just a minute. And then it talks about the additional procedures performed during the second autopsy, and we'll go into the paragraphs on that there because he explains it better in his narrative. So where's the first page of the discussion? Not the diagram yet. You keep the diagram over there.
Damn. Sorry about that, boo. He said, according to Ancestry.com, I'm 14% North Wales and Norwegian. So can I go around saying I'm a white man? Yes, you can. Oh, man, I can't even clap for you. Yes, you can. As dark as you are, I want you to go out there tomorrow and start letting people know that you white. All right. And since black people are supposed to be
This is amazing.
And since black people are supposed to be boycotting white people, they should leave you alone. Just remind them. If a black person tries to come talk to you, tell them, I'm white. You're supposed to be boycotting me. Allegedly. But I bet you nobody quit them white jobs today. I promise you that, or this week.
So he talks in the preliminary discussion.
The question is, when he says something, because he is not a medical person, can somebody explain what it means? Because he's reading an autopsy report and he cannot enunciate. He barely can read. And he definitely don't know these medical terms. So we're just trying to understand what the heck it is that they're saying. What it means, I should say.
Discussion, opinion. This forensic pathologist identified several limitations during the second autopsy that create barriers to establishing a definitive cause and manner of death for Nolan Xavier Wells. And that's important. He talks about the fact that we didn't get to see the body when it was first recovered, like the medical examiner working for...
you wouldn't have been able to see it because you weren't even hired. And you didn't have a second autopsy person, so you wouldn't have been able to see it. So he's making it seem like it's something that it's not. He wasn't in place, and neither was the person for the second autopsy. So he's just fanning flames.
Mississippi would have seen it. He talked about the second autopsy performed on Nolan Wells revealed marked decompensation or changes. Marked decompensation can obscure the presence and absence of bruising on the skin surface, especially during a second autopsy examination. What he's saying, because the body was so decomposed that you couldn't tell if there was bruises or abrasions on the body when he received it.
That's why he should not have done it, Sarita. If no one has ever told this man that he barely can talk as is, then they're not his friends. If nobody has ever told Ben Crump that he already has a speech problem, they're not his friends. If no one told him that you probably shouldn't read through this medical autopsy, they're not his friends. That's the point. They should have waited, or they should have gotten someone else. That's it. You can scroll the fuck up. It's as simple as that. This is as loud as it gets, so I don't, that's as loud as it gets. And I don't even have the music playing, so I'm not really sure what's going on. Sorry, but that's it. They didn't wait because they want to put this crap out today, so it sounds bad. Exactly, because if it was in their favor, he would have put it out last night. That's why he went and put the, we're going to announce it tomorrow so they can have another spectacle. They can have another scene. He can say the same dumb shit. Now the NAACP can get in on it, blah, 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 so that they can go ahead and wherever they're getting money at besides the GoFundMe and continue to get the sympathy and sympathy. And now you got Nancy Grace on the case, even though black people are supposed to be boycotting white people. Everybody happy about that. Anyway, shout out to Hiram. No, they should have it. They should keep it. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. So, gentlemen, sassy straights, the black ones anyway, shout out to y'all. You can see that when you die, because that's the only time anybody gives a fuck about you, maybe you'll be worth $1 million as well. Maybe. Because all the people that got issue here, all the trolls, You know damn well you biatches talk negatively about black men every fucking day. Ain't a panel you ain't on talking shit about men. But miraculously, as soon as one is deceased or a criminal, all of a sudden, all this caring comes out of somewhere. Your ass? I don't understand. Maybe someone can explain. But anyway, come on, knucklehead.
On the 10th of July. For these reasons, additional dissection procedures not performed during the first autopsy examination were performed to rule out potential blunt force injuries responsible for the death. These procedures included facial dissection, posterior head and neck dissection, dissection of the ribs, the pelvic, dissection of the subcutaneous and deep.
Well, dissection is what we used to do to frogs. So I guess they're trying to look at them to see if they can find something. That's what it sounds like that means, right? Let me know if I'm right or wrong.
Soft tissue dissection of the back, the buttocks, the arms, and legs. He did all of this to rule out things. He ruled out there were no fractures or deep tissue injuries identified. This was very important because he wanted to be very thorough and very transparent, because transparency is the key to getting to the answers of why Nolan Wells is not with us. So he did that there and was very straightforward, very open, very open. He says, however, dissection of the back of the head during the layered posterior neck dissection revealed a 12 by 8 inch focal area of rare discoloration in the deep soft tissues overlaying the occipital bone. And
the what bone?
He talked about.
But Ben, what bone is that? What's the occipital bone? Anybody? Anybody? Thank you to the new subscribers. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. Anybody? Occipital. Listen, I got a lot to do. I can't look it up today. I'm trying to keep up with the chat because I'm looking for answers to the question. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. Yeah, exactly. Not speed it up to 3.25. Come on, y'all. Come on. At least he's on like normal. Like, I feel like this is a normal speech right now. A normal pace, I should say. I feel like Ben low-key trolling with the prices right display. Listen, it's a spectacle. I'm telling you. It's exactly what it is. And this is what, day number 3 in a row? Why are the blacks boycotting white people? Because Nolan was allegedly read run by white people. I say allegedly. They say for sure. But they can't even hone down on one. So they just said all of them. Did y'all hear that the medical examiner asked Nancy how many autopsies she's performed when discussing fluid on the lungs? No, I didn't hear that. We're going to have to start looking at what Nancy says now. Nancy is a grifter too. It's been a long time. I didn't even know she was alive. Don't listen to me though, y'all, because I don't know who alive. I'm white. My wife is black. She's been boycotting what I've been saying for years. Oh my God. Goodness gracious. You're confused because you listen to niggas like this. You didn't hear me say anything like that, but that's what you want to hear because you want to believe him. So keep believing him. Keep believing him. We recognize he's black and Filipino and have no issues. His family deserves to know what happened to him. No one is boycotting. Gas is too high. Yes, you're wrong, Felicia. Blacks are boycotting white people. Asians, Target. Child, I can't even keep up with what else. Okay. I'm just letting you know. Don't get mad at me. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's always something. It's too much. Can't keep up. I agree. Shout out to Fit Granny. Thank you, Boo. She said that second autopsy was done too soon because the medical examiner needed the lungs and trachea to either confirm or negate the first ME results. Trachea is too delicate to thoroughly examine in the body. Now, I have heard that. Thank you for confirming. But you know, other people are not trying to hear that. They're just like, oh, see what? They're not even willing to look into that. Thank you, Fit Granny. Black people are boycotting white people. I know the trolls don't know, but this is what they said. Look at the 2 videos from today. Look at the 2 videos I put out for today. Let me see.
This is amazing.
Like it sounds like it. Yeah. It's a simple bone. Okay, the back of the head. Okay, okay, connected to the neck bone. All right, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, see, I was trying to get down there. I never heard of it either. This is what I'm saying. So I know he ain't heard of it. He ain't explaining anything. If it was a medical examiner, he could be explaining it, which is why this should have waited. But there's some people that just need to be in the spotlight and keep this grift going. This is what this is. It's just a grift. Coolly, thank you. So make the body worse. I don't know what that means. I'm not a medical examiner. Anybody can answer that question? All right, come on, nigga.
How he found red discoloration when he cut open into the back of his head towards the occipital bone, and he saw the red discoloration, and we actually saw the pictures of it. It's significant. You can't help but notice, why is this dark red here in the back of his head? And so he was important to note that in his report.
So the back of his head was dark red. So what would that mean? Doctors, nurses, what would the back of the head being red mean? Is it possible that if he was like, I don't want to be rude, but like floating around in the water, could he have hit his head? Could he have been hit while he was floating around in the water? I'm just asking. I'm trying to understand. I don't know. And they're not, and he's not helping, of course. Medical examiners dissect bodies, learn something, people. Shout out to CIP. Everything is coming to light now. There's nothing coming to light. And I don't know what light you looking at, child, but stay out the light that Carol Ann was looking in, because that must be what you're talking about. We've learned nothing new. Except there was a occipital bone and there is redness and there's no trachea. Like, you've learned nothing. You're one of them. So go on, child. Just go on. It's probably not the place for you. Trauma to the back of the head. Okay. Tossed around. That the blood pooled after he died. It pools there. Oh, okay. Okay. If the red discoloration was significant, seems like the first autopsy would have made mention of it. Well, we don't have that yet. So someone had said, a few people have said that they shouldn't have done this one until they knew what the first one says, and let the first one be said, and then the second one be said. But you know, Ben ain't gonna let a moment that he can sit in front of people and fan the flames of racism. Reaper, I appreciate you said that Target stock is up. Oh, I gotta take a look. Shout out to me and my Target. Shout out to all y'all that boycotted and made the stock go down, and I went and go ahead and purchase some, so I'll have to check it out tomorrow. Hit the like button for the stock algorithm. Thank you so much.
He said that etiology of this finding is unclear. There are no lacerations of the overlaying skin nor fractures of the underlying skull. These findings—
no fractures of the skin and the open skull. So that would maybe say no blunt trauma then?
Are inconclusive for perimortem injury due to both the extensive decomposition and the absence of associated injuries. This finding, however, is significant enough to be highlighted in this preliminary report for further investigation. It is important to reiterate that the finding could not have been observed in the first autopsy because the posterior head and neck dissection were not performed. He said another limitation faced by this forensic pathologist was the absence of the anterior internal neck structures. The trachea and the laryngeal cartilage, the thyroid horn, and the hyoid bone were not received with the body. So he's saying that the throat was not received with the body when he got Nolan Wells' body in Washington, D.C. to perform the second autopsy. And so let's discuss that with what he said about that. He said, it is assumed that the initial pathologist retained these structures for additional evaluation. He said the retention of the anterior neck structures during an initial autopsy is a common forensic pathology practice. He was chief medical examiner for 7 years in Washington, D.C., and he said that if they had concern about throat or any fracture or compression of the throat, they too would hold them back. He doesn't know why they held the throat back, but he said the throat was not with the body of Nolan Wells when he received it in Washington, D.C. to perform the second autopsy. He said, no.
Well, why didn't y'all go request it then? Is that something that they can do? Like, so you just let it be and y'all didn't do anything after what, a week and a half to 2 weeks? What are we talking about? Hey, boo. Thank you for being here. Shout out to all of y'all. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Because he needs attention and he needs to keep fanning the flames of racism, and judging by a lot of people in here, it's working. So he knows what he's doing. Grifter's gonna grift. Thank you, Kofi. He said the Boondocks miss gold with Ben Crump. I tell you, he should make a, what's his name? Magruder should make a 3-night special like Jay-Z did. I'm telling you, he will hit gold.
Nevertheless, a posterior neck dissection performed without review of the anterior neck structures is incomplete. Therefore, this pathologist cannot rule out injury to the neck as a contributor or a cause of death. He said he would need to have the medical examiner in Mississippi allow him to review the throat. That's why he said his autopsy is undetermined pending investigation. Remember, it's about transparency.
Remember, it's about transparency.
Because the initial autopsy rightfully removed and dissected each organ, there are additional limitations inherent in the second autopsy of Nolan Wales. The most significant of the limitations was the inability to directly observe the airway and the lungs for water and directly observe the stomach for gastric contents. He said it is very significant as to what the initial forensic scientists who got to review.
You know what? I realize why he did this real quick. I know why he did this, y'all. He did this. And allegedly, this is my thought process. This is why the medical examiner dude that did this isn't doing this. Because from my understanding, listening to different people today, you need to have the first autopsy before you talk about the second one. But because Ben needs to keep Black people riled up, he's going to go ahead and do this, and then he's going to do it so that he can keep saying things like, we need transparency. So that whatever the first autopsy comes and says, he's going to just say that it's racist, and Black people are going to believe it. That's exactly what's happening, in my opinion. You're supposed to wait for the first in order to talk about the second. You can compare, right? If you're supposed to be working together, then why didn't you go request or take your doctor down there so that you can do what you need to do as the medical examiner? The medical examiner, which the lady read his accolades and everything that he has done, he's like, you're not ruining my motherfucking reputation. I'm not doing this. So Ben says, oh, I'll do it. This is great. I'll do it. So he holds his little rally, brings the family up. Go ahead and say something, y'all. Okay. Keeps them performing. Whatever, do what you want. It's your kid, right? Puts up a nice picture of the child so that they can, get in a more of an emotional attachment on how sad this is. Now he's over here reading something he doesn't understand, that he can barely enunciate himself, but he want to keep throwing out there, but we didn't have it. But it's okay. It works like that. They probably didn't hear that part, but we didn't have it. Transparency. It's Mississippi. That's where Emmett Till got killed. It's Mississippi. It's racist. We're not saying it is racism, but we can't rule it out that it's racism. That's what this is. It's all a fucking show. And it will work. Hook, line, and sinker. It's already working. Honestly, he didn't need to do it, but he wanted to secure a lot of you colors. Child. What is it? The Scarecrow? If some of y'all only had a brain, child. Shout out to RBN. He says the fact they couldn't get the second doctor to explain, or any doctor, is very telling. I agree, because I said that. I said, well, there's nobody else that could have done it. He don't have a practice brother, a fellow medical examiner, doctor, child, whatever they call. I don't know what they're called. Nobody was available. So Ben, you couldn't have waited on this to get a professional to read this so that they could then explain what everything really means, instead of waiting for somebody in the chat to kind of tell us what it means? I'm supposed to trust this nigga? No. So, plays right into the same old shit, different damn day.
The body when it was recovered. We have heard from our call center people saying the body wasn't waterlogged. Well, we need to know those things. But unfortunately, because the body was decomposed and the organs have already been dissected, those are things we can only get from the initial autopsy. So therefore, again, the manner and cause of death is undetermined until further investigation. We are hopeful that the Mississippi medical examiner would give Dr. Mitchell an opportunity to see their photographs. And
we would hope that the medical examiner in Mississippi would give Michael, whatever his name is, an opportunity. See? They trying to hide something. That's what he's saying without saying it. They not being transparent. Child, bravo to Ben Crump. He is a master grifter, race hustler, manipulator. And it works so well. He don't even really have to do all this. He got all the blacks that he's going to have anyway. He doing a good job, child. He doing a good job.
And their observations to the condition of Nolan Wells' body closer in time to July 4th. That is very important. And we have to continue to demand transparency, President Johnson. In addition, the original toxicology results have not been received at the time of this report. And
you know what, Fit Granny? That's a good point. Now, granted, she can't do it because, she can't do it. But yeah, she knows what it means. She knows what all this means. She's a doctor. I call her a doctor. She's a nurse practitioner. I call her a doctor because they were so downtrodden with all the racism down there in Mississippi. She became a doctor and they all, were well-to-do. And now that's non-black when you do stuff like that, according to the heifers on TikTok.
We continue to wait for the toxicology to come back because, again, that will be part of the investigation into Nolan Wells' autopsy by Dr. Mitchell. It is significant to note that there's many things that go into toxicology that only Dr. Mitchell would be able to opine upon, and medical experts can opine upon. And he feels the proper place to do that is before a grand jury in a courtroom. And so we would hope that the district attorney would present Dr. Mitchell before the grand jury as well.
So now what we want is to have our doctor go to the grand jury so he can say what it is that he got to say. So we could, all of this is, at this point, everything he said is a moot point. Because all they're doing is talking. None of this makes any difference right now. None. It's just to get people riled up and on their side. The same thing is what they did with Carmelo Anthony. Is anybody even paying attention to that anymore? Because I feel like I don't see anything because they've all jumped onto this. Walk and chew gum at the same time. I guess they can't do it. Don't tell me about caricature. I don't care about that nigga.
We want all relevant information to be heard by the grand jury. Lastly, in cases where a death has occurred in or around a body of water, this is important. Lastly, in cases where a death has occurred in or around a body of water with suspicion of drowning, it is important to confirm how that person entered the water. This is the crux of the matter.
How you gonna find out how he entered the water? How? From my understanding, again, there's barely, if any, cell phone service out there. So one of the reasons he left the phone on the boat, since they're on a beach, who wants to bring their keys on a beach to possibly get lost or taken out to sea with the current? I guess that's just crazy talk. But, if you don't know anything about water and you don't swim and stuff like that, you probably have no sense of something like going to Horn Island, which seems like it's a desolate island, but an island that people go to nonetheless. And plus, everybody out there looked like they were on boats. It's like everybody was actually on the boats in that nasty ass water, which I don't understand, chat. Looked like they was in that nasty ass water. So you're either kind of on the boat, you're in the water, and then if you're on the sand, it's not because anything's going on. Ain't no carnival, ain't no boardwalk, ain't no restaurants. It's just dirt, sand, land. So why would you want to take your personal things out there to possibly potentially get lost? Naga says, leave them folks alone. Don't let your child go anywhere with them. So we have some low testosterone males in here. Okay. These are like, he's like Ricky Smiley. I is scared of white people. Please, any man like that, please leave, because we don't acknowledge we only acknowledge MSGs around here. Okay. Men with bass in their voice, not bitch asses who are scared of other men. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. Yeah, exactly. Because that's what they're going to go with, y'all. That's what they're going to go with. Who need to hold seminars? Ben Crump? Goodbye, sir. Goodbye.
This information is especially important for those deaths of persons who can swim. As in the case with Nolan Wells, at the time of this report, this forensic pathologist does not know the condition of Nolan Wells.
I want to know what the water was like Yeah, somebody need to find out and let us know what the water, the current, the riptide, and all that stuff was between the 4th up until the 6th. Thank you, Boo. He said, can't be in Mississippi. That colored gal can read. MS is Mississippi, right? Don't come for me. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. That body was found in water on the 6th after going missing on the 4th. How much decomposition did that body have? Not much, but if you keep saying decomposition, people think the worst. Yeah, like skin was falling off and stuff like that. I'm sure it probably was bloated though. But Joy Becca says that this autopsy is not even admissible. I'm not sure. I don't doubt you, but it's not my thing, so I don't know. Not I could have done the autopsy. Shut up. Goodbye, sir. Oh, yeah, to get people out in the streets to act a fool. Absolutely. Absolutely. Being played yet again, over and over and over again. It's like a game at this point.
He did not know whether he was conscious or unconscious when he entered the water. He said that would be significant. He said he did not know whether he was forced into the water or unforced into the water. He said that would be significant. So he said the condition of Nolan Wells before he entered the water would be the crux of the matter. It would be of utmost importance to being able to determine a cause and manner of death. He said definitive circumstances of death are required to determine the manner of death. For these reasons, this pathologist cannot rule out, and let me really call your attention to this. For these reasons, this pathologist cannot rule out if any intervening non-accidental factors contributed to or caused the death of Nolan Wells. Understand, he's saying based on the examination of the body, he cannot rule out foul play. That is significant.
Of course it is. But he can't say if there is foul play. He can't say if it's not foul play. And if there is foul play, what's the foul play? So in other words, again, we don't know nothing more than we knew before.
With the following questions still outstanding. Number one, what were the circumstances that led to Nolan Xavier Wells entering the water? Number two, what was the body position when it was found? We know that a member of the United Cajun Navy said that he was face down and he was fully clothed.
Now they got a problem with the Cajun Navy, even though the mama already came out and thanked the Cajun Navy. Cajun Navy. You're right. You can take pictures without service. You're absolutely right. You can also lose the phone. You can also get sand in it. You could also get it wet. Like, think what you want. There's plenty of black people that don't know shit about a beach, going to a beach, let alone a fucking island where there's nothing else out there except for water and sand and nothing more. And that dirty ass water. So since everybody thinks that kids love their phones so much, they probably wouldn't want to lose it. And Nolan is so responsible at sometimes, then other times he's not. Y'all just be saying shit. Gemini, thank you for the gold coin. I appreciate you. And y'all don't even realize what you're saying, child. It's everything to make sure that it's some mysterious white person that did something to him, child. Anyway, shout out to Manzette up in here. I see you, boo. They met up at someone's house and carpooled. Yes, people didn't bring their keys to vehicles parked at someone's house. Maybe that's a thing. I thought that the keys were on the boat though. But they did meet up at one of their houses, whoever's house they met up at, and then they drove with somebody else to the boat. That's a good question. Were the keys on the boat or were the keys at the house? I don't know. Yeah, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Yeah, swimming lessons don't necessarily prepare you for the tides. That's why, rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner is no longer here. And he was a good swimmer. Primo said, I'm a black man and got good white friends. Well, you got to give them up because it's time for blacks to boycott whites. These scary ass blacks drive me crazy. You got to give them up. Boy, it's black people. You're not listening. You got to boycott white people. It's not safe. You have to be scared. Ricky Smiley said that he's scared of white people. So y'all have to be scared of white people too. Okay? I just be giving you the information. Do with it what you want. But you better follow the rules, okay? Because it's in the code.
Number three, where's there water in the airway? Remember we talked about the lungs and the airways where they fill with water. Number four, is there any evidence of injuries to the anterior neck structure? We got the autopsy without his neck. We got the body without his neck at the time of the second autopsy.
Maybe they're asking the Lord to opine. Maybe that's why they're offering so much money. Lord, forgive me.
Number five, is there any evidence of any intracranial hemorrhaging? He said that is going to be very significant. Things that he could not observe at autopsy that the initial medical examiner would have been able to observe. Number 6 was the composition of what was the composition of the stomach contents. He talks about that being important because when was he found? How long had he been in the water? How long had it been since his last meal? All those things become relevant factors when you're trying to do a thorough and impartial autopsy.
So Mississippi is not doing the right thing. They're being racist. We didn't get all the information. It's inconclusive because of Mississippi. They didn't do the right thing.
And number 7, what are the toxicology report findings? He said the best classification again for the cause and manner of death for Nolan Xavier Wells is undetermined pending investigation. This forensic pathologist reserves the right to review and incorporate additional forensic pathology information into his opinion as it becomes available. He says the above opinions are expressed to a reasonable degree of medical certainty. Dr. Roger A. Mitchell, Jr.
A reasonable degree of medical certainty. Gemini, thank you for the gold coin, boo. I appreciate you. This issue's worse the second time around, child. I've been in and out of it all day, trying to concentrate at work. You can do it in the water. Plus, some of the boats probably have bathrooms when you boat, or you might even have yachts. They'll have bathrooms, but you go in the water. Child, y'all watch Survivor? Y'all don't watch Survivor? Salt will destroy your phone. I feel like just water in general, right? I know phones can be waterproof. They definitely shouldn't be immersed in water. At least I don't think so. Patrick, thank you so much for the gold coin. I appreciate you.
July 19th, 2026. And we know that, as I said, this is only another part of the puzzle. And even though it tells us significant information, we still have more questions than we have answers at this time. And we will continue to press forward.
You have the same questions you had, child. Shut up.
And persist, Christine and Elmore, with getting the answers to these questions. Because as you, yes, we will persist. Because as Christine and Elmore and Attorney Parker and I talked this morning, we know that there are so many conflicting stories. The fact that she said,
here he goes. OBTDNC, child, you're not allowed to talk about that. That doesn't matter. The blacks killing blacks does not matter, child. I don't know where you've been. It's in the code, Tadisha. It's in the code. And you are white supremacist talking points if you bring it up. Okay? I'm just passing the information along, child.
Him being found face down. The fact that we have other videos where people who have called said that is Nolan, who is in some kind of dispute with others. We're looking at all of these things. The fact that the GPS tracking of the boat is being questioned by many. We're trying to dot every I and cross every T because we understand that when our children's lives are at stake, it matters. Not just what happened, but what we...
This nigga talk too much for me. The only question I have is why was everything deleted from his phone? We will never know what happened, but they can get that from the phone company. All is not lost. They can get that from the phone company, which is why I don't understand why they haven't turned the damn thing over. But to each his own. Nothing disappears. Nothing disappears. Ricky is LTM, not our Ricky. Who's Ricky? Oh, Ricky. Yeah. I'm not about to say not Uncle Rick. Yeah, I'm gonna go to that now because I'm not about to sit here and listen to this nigga say the same shit he's been saying every time he come on the TV. We have no idea if things were deleted. It's speculation. Exactly. Nobody knows. Just because there's no Snapchat on there doesn't mean anything. And all those, every single video that they shown is from people on a boat. All the videos are from people on a boat. Yes, your husband got to go, child. Your husband got to go. Rachel, thank you, Book. She said Horn Island does not have electricity. It's uninhabited barrier island and has both alligators and sharks. I would not be swimming. Child, that water looked disgusting. I don't even understand why they, Child, if they like it, I love it. It's Mississippi, child, I guess. I don't know. TMZ took down the video interview with his other friend. He was telling too much truth. Oh, I didn't hear that. It's out there now. What's the point? We already went over it. So that's like, why do y'all do that? It's already out there. I'm just saying. Anyway.
It's for the tip.
Let me see. I'm about to go to the video in a second. You are Manzette. You are not allowed to hang out with white people ever. Joel Rice, thank you for the GOAT trophy. Thank you. Oh, look, it came up on this side. Thank you so much. That's so cute. Thank you all for being here. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead. I'm just making sure I kind of going through, not missing anything from your comments about what Ben was saying. Blah, 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 blah. Never eat 2 hours before swimming. Definitely no drinking. Oh, they were drinking. They finally started talking about the fact that they were drinking. So there's a lot of underage drinking, but I guess they can overlook all that. True water can destroy your phone. Salt water is so much worse. Speaking from experience. Even I've dropped the phone in the toilet before and it definitely has messed up. It definitely has messed up. Just, I guess you could just put it in some rice. That's supposed to help, right? Page 1. Black lives only matter when a white person or non-black is the culprit. Oh, yeah, that's basically it. That's what it is.
This is amazing.
Thank you so much, Kofa. I appreciate you. He said, I boycott white people with an alligator. I boycott white people eating now and laters. What? I boycott white people on an escalator. I boycott white people on an elevator. Dr. Ricky Seuss. I tell you, that nigga ain't shit. He is such a pain in the ass, and people listen to him and freaking clown D.L. Hughley. Just freaking clowns. Reaper, I appreciate you. You said that water looked like Mama Tina Jumbo, her gumbo. Exactly. Why do you think I go to the Caribbean, y'all? I don't know how y'all be in this water. I don't even know if I can put my feet in water around here anymore. Maybe the Jersey Shore, maybe. But other than that, and not much of that. The school kill, All right. I'm not about to listen to him again. So let me find, here we go. Let's go listen to Tatum. So Tatum is interviewing Warren. Nolan Wells' best friend tells the truth about Nolan Wells after Backlash, part 1 of his exclusive interview. All right. So let me first say that they're trying to say that why didn't his best friend come to the funeral? Now, I don't know why colors be trying to act so like everybody is just stupid. What would have happened if those 3 boys showed up to that funeral? So disrespectful. You have no respect. You have no right to be here. It would have been a big to-do. They didn't go out of respect. And plus, why the hell would anybody go someplace that you know damn well they're not wanted? Now it's like they didn't even come to the funeral. You can't win for losing. Why would they go to this funeral? Why? They could watch it on TV like the rest of us. They know damn well they would not have been accepted there. And those people know that they wouldn't have accepted them there. Just playing games. It's all a fucking game. And if you have any sense in your brain, you know what I'm saying is true. Why would I go there knowing that y'all are going to give me a hard time and be disruptive? It would be disruptive. And then they would blame you more. Blame me more. Then you just be like, all right, well, I'm not going to be able to go because you don't want to deal with all that. And you still get shit. Anyway. All right. So if y'all don't know, this is Officer Tatum here on the tube. He interviewed Warren, if I'm not mistaken. And let's listen to it.
Over the last 2 days, went out to Horn Island. So I've had an opportunity to talk to you about a few things. And the things that you've told me have literally blown my mind.
Wait. Can we listen to Tatum? Because he's married to a white woman. Is that acceptable? Somebody need to tell him that he got to get divorced. All the people that are married to white people, who's getting the word out? Who from the color community is getting the word out that all the black people married to white people got to get divorced? Don Lemon, Venus and Serena, Kantanji, Cam. All the pro-blacks that are here. When is that going to happen? Since all white people are bad. White people, calm down. White people, calm down. Just listen. Blacks. The culture. When are y'all going to command and demand that all your faves go divorce all their white people? We waiting for answers.
But the world haven't had a chance yet to hear your story, to hear Nolan's story through his friend. And it's not just you, it's a bunch of y'all. But some of the other guys were afraid because of the threats and the violence that's been threatened against their lives and all of the above. But you decided that you wanted to take this bold step and give a statement and get your side out here. And I want to start at the very beginning of all of this and ask you, what was your relationship like with Nolan? Who was he to you?
Nolan, I could describe Nolan in a million ways. I mean, Nolan was not just a best friend of me, but he was a brother. I grew up.
Now listen, no shade, child. This, I don't know. He looked like he older than a teenager. I don't know. He just looked like he should be down here with a straw hanging out of his mouth. I'm stereotyping, okay? Grow up. He looked like he farms out back and stuff. He is white. Mississippi white.
Through elementary, middle school, high school, and even our freshman year of college, we talked on the phone all the time. We were really close friends. And I mean, Nolan was like a brother to me. And Nolan lit up every room he walked in. He always had a smile on his face. He always had something good.
Now, you don't know who's in this room and not in this room because everyone is not like Ben Crump. Remember that. If they lawyered up allegedly, which I don't know, but that's the word on the curb, and you don't think that they didn't cover off with their attorney or the attorney might be in the room or something was signed, y'all crazy. They ain't stupid. They ain't that stupid if they really lawyered up.
To say, I've never seen Nolan get in an argument with somebody and say bad things about someone. There's a lot of people that talk crap nowadays, and Nolan was never that person. Sweetest soul ever. And I mean, I had a great relationship with Nolan. I've never got in an argument with Nolan. We were super close, and I've never said or will ever have anything bad to say about Nolan Wells.
Yeah, and you guys, you said you kind of grew up together. Mm-hmm. Did you know his mom, or how was that? Because I saw in the media where it appears that she may have said, at least I saw in part, that she said as if she didn't know any of you guys.
Right. Well, Nolan, a lot of the times was at like my house and at my buddy's house. We never went to Nolan's house and hung out. I mean, and my friend group's very, very tight knit. I mean, we hang out every day when we're back home from school. In high school, we hung out most weekdays and every day on the weekend. And I mean, we were never at Nolan's house, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I met his.
Were their parents saying you can't go over to those Negroes' house? I'm just asking. You never know. How come they all cool and everything, but they didn't go over? Like, you're not going to find like kids that my kids were very, very close to. And maybe not. I didn't let them go to places where I thought it was a bad neighborhood or people was crazy. So I had all the kids come to our house. But these people are older. That was when they were younger. Once they get a certain age, there's nothing you can do about that. This is interesting.
Is amazing.
This is definitely interesting. They did not go over to the Walmsley's house at all.
Father, and I mean, in 8th grade, that's when Nolan and I got really close. It was COVID year, and we were in class all year long together, me and a couple of my buddies, and Nolan and I just got super tight because we'd get a Waffle House once a week together, eat, and I mean, we were just super, super close. But his dad would swing by Waffle House, and hang out around us, but never. I was never around Nolan's parents a lot, but I mean, that didn't change our relationship. And Nolan and I were still just as close, and he was just as close with my friends as, anyone else. So,
and walk me through the day of 4th of July where you guys were all going out.
Right.
This seems like something that I would assume that may have occurred more than just this year.
Yeah, of course.
Was it something that you guys did more than just this year? It's a 2-part question. I want to know, is it something that you guys typically did together? Did you hang out often in this fashion? And then I want you to then walk me through 4th of July this year when the incident happened.
Okay.
When the incident happened. Ben Crump don't know. I don't see you shutting him up, so go to hell. How about that? Y'all ain't shutting Ben nor Al nor the NAACP up, but now all of a sudden you over here talking about what I don't know. I'll talk however the fuck I want to. You see the name on this motherfucking channel? It certainly don't say Chris Kemp.
Being from the Gulf Coast, there's a boating and fishing is very, very popular. The 4th of July, every year, my friends and I or my family and I are out on the water. I mean, that's the one day is guaranteed everybody's going out. And that's a known thing. Everybody's trying to get a ride out to Horn Island, or, people go to Ship Island, but most of everybody from Ocean Springs and the Gulf Coast go to Horn Island. And, we went last year. Nolan was on the boat with me last year. And
listen, your mamas don't know everybody. Your parents don't. Robin, thank you for the thumbs up. This is the part. Anybody that has kids, I'm talking to women right now. Gentlemen, calm down. I'm talking to women. because we would be more involved with the kids, where they at, who their friends are, where they live, what their phone numbers are, all that type of stuff. Do kids follow the rules all the time, Bueller? Do kids always follow the rule because they're trying to say, Nolan knew that when one leave, they all leave. So let's take it back to when we were younger. So y'all always did everything that your parents told you to do, Bueller. So y'all telling me that when your moms and dad said, don't go into the car with that one, you didn't go? When you said you was going to the movies, that's where you were? Okay, I appreciate your honesty here, okay? But they keep saying that like we're not human and we don't have our own kids and our own families to know that once your kids are out of your face, they're going to do what the fuck they want to do. You just hope that they're going to follow the rules because you've instilled that in them. But this, he would never, you don't know. You don't know that. And like somebody said earlier, he's a grown man. He's a grown man. He was 19. He was in college. None of them do. Even boys, especially when some ass is on the table, allegedly. Gentlemen, now you can answer. So if you was 19, and there's a possibility of some ass on the table, ass, friends, ass. Which one were you choosing at 19? Be honest, Bueller. Based off of what we hear, if he stayed for a girl, that would be ass. What is it? Exactly. And somebody is trying to say now that his frontal lobe, y'all with the frontal lobe, picking and choosing. In your 20s, okay. These kids doing the most, all of us. Thank you. Okay, let's goodbye, random angel. Okay. Good one. That's funny though. That's funny.
He was this was a common thing. My friends go on the boat when we're home. Very, very common. That's what we like to do. My friends like to fish also, and like to go on the boat. Not just fishing, but like to go on the boat, like to go on sunset cruises, like to do it all, on the water, And Nolan loved to do that too. He was not like he was just like everyone else in our friend group. He loved to go on the water and, have a good time with the guys. And that's what we did a lot. But 4th of July, everybody was out there. Like I said, like Nolan was always trying to go on the boat, trying to go out there with us. And he was always welcome to come. Nolan was always out there with us. And, but started 4th of July.
Child, let me tell y'all something. If my kid is getting on a boat, I'm going to know who the hell they're getting on a boat with. That's just me. If you regularly getting on somebody's boat, I'm going to know who this is. I'm going to know who you are. And I'm going to know who driving the boat. I don't know. Did these kids drive the boat? Like, who's driving the boat? Does anybody know that?
My buddies and I had talked about this weeks upcoming. Everybody's very, very excited for the 4th of July from down here. Like, it's a big thing.
It's a big deal. Huh?
Very, very big deal. And I actually stayed with Nolan that night at my buddy's house, and I woke up at my buddy's house, and we went to McDonald's, got food. Nolan was not with me, and I went and got breakfast. I had my buddy's boat hooked up to my truck. And
what's his name?
Well, first I ran to my house, then I went to McDonald's and came back, and the boat was already hooked up to my truck. My buddy Wyatt and I went and with my buddy, and we went, filled the top of the boat off.
Child, can we start saying some names? You remember that animal called my buddy, everywhere he go, I go. I think it was a bear. That's all I think of. He keeps saying buddy. Name some names, child. Name some names. Thank you, Fit Granny. She said, I'm sure they told him not to drink alcohol while underage. Yet he's seen in pictures consuming alcoholic beverages. Exactly. I'm sure none of y'all smoked the Mary Jane either. I'm pretty sure none of y'all did. I know none of y'all drank. I know y'all was always where you told your parents you were supposed to be. And I know none of y'all ever, gentlemen, went someplace where some girl was that was willing to do things that you know damn well you wanted to do. But allegedly. That's just crazy that a teenager would do anything like that. That's just crazy talk.
Loaded it down with ice and just got everything ready. Then Wyatt went and put his smaller boat in the water, which is the Palm Beach. He's an 18-foot Palm Beach. And I drove the boat from Fort Bayou boat launch to my buddy's grandparents' house, and that's where we all plan to meet up that day. And
you say we all.
I thought this was Wyatt. Well, who the hell is this then? Who is this? It says Nolan Wells' best friend tells truth about Nolan Wells after backlash. Child, who is this? I thought this was Wyatt. Oh my God, it's too much. Wait a minute. Cooter, Skeeter, goodbye. I can't with you. Shout out to Robin Jackson. Thank you so much for the gems. Appreciate you. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Who is this? Does anybody know? Lord. Oh, Warren. This is Warren. Oh, Lord. That's such a white name. Warren. All right. Warren, Wyatt. What's the rest of them? Wyatt owns the boat. Okay. All right. So this is Warren. Wyatt is the buddy. All right. I'm getting it together. That's why we got to do this together, y'all. I can't know everything.
Who you talking about? You, Nolan, and how many people are going to meet you guys there?
We had roughly 20 to 30 people coming on 3 separate boats with us. And so we were all following each other out there as one big group. You know, it wasn't just me, Nolan, and a couple other of my buddies. There was 20 or 30 people spread out where we all met at the dock before, and then we departed to go to Horn Island. It wasn't just a couple of us. I mean, there were so many people, we had to split up between 3 boats, and we all left and all got there at the same time.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that's clear, because the statements that are out there made it appear that it was just you, Nolan, and probably 2 or 3 other guys, and y'all are the only ones that went out to this island.
And that's completely incorrect. I mean, Horn Island on the 4th of July is the most popular day to be on the water. Well,
we've seen the videos of people videoing from their boats
throughout the entire Gulf Coast. I mean, everybody and their mom is on the water on 4th of July, you know. There's no telling. I mean, roughly probably 2 to 3, maybe even 4,000 people out there. There were boats lined up off the island. I mean, there was 3 rows of boats all the way until my vision ended, until I could see of people there was 1 row of boats, and then there was another row of boats, and then there was a 3rd row of boats.
Yeah.
I mean, there was people.
That is a good point. O-Dog, I think that says, of course they were drinking DRUGS and partying this 4th of July. Not a cop in sight on that island. Clearly the adults there were okay with it, right? That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. It would only be the Coast Guard, I guess. So he can only come in so far. That is a great point. Good stuff.
People lined up all up and down.
Shout out to Dave W for the Silver Star. They appreciate you so much. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. This is Warren speaking to Tatum.
On the island, to where, I mean, who knows? I mean, and that wasn't just, we were parked on the north side, on the west tip. It wasn't just there. I mean, there's tons of people packed out on the south side and on the east end and in the middle of the island. But just where we were, I mean, there was easily 1,000 people. It wasn't just us.
Let's go back a little bit. I want to go back to you guys at the dock, getting on the boat. You're saying there's multiple people, probably 20 or 30 people getting on 3 boats.
Right.
What boat were you on, and what boat was Nolan on?
Shout out to What You See for the gold coin. I appreciate you, boo.
Nolan was on Wyatt's 22 Triton on the way out. I went with my buddy Bart, because we had a lot of friends from college coming down.
Bart. Warren. Bart. What's the other one? Wyatt. White. Definitely Whitey. White. These names. He said it's a 22 Triton, child. Definitely boaters. He said that with ease. It's a 22 Triton. Child, what is that? Black people know damn well they don't know nothing about that. For the most part, before somebody, I got a boat, shut the fuck up, okay? For the most part, 22 Triton, child, that could be a weapon as far as I know. Child, they be knowing. Wyatt, Warren, Wesley.
Down and Bart, I called Bart that morning. I was like, hey, man, can you take your boat out? And he was like, yeah, well, my dad decided not to go, and I'll take the boat, and I'll take you and your friends. Of course. I mean, he's a buddy of mine. And so Bart.
Everybody's a buddy. White people be buddying. Buddy in my buddy. Everybody's a buddy. All right, y'all.
Pulled up at the dock, and I mean, I rode out there with Bart and a lot of the girls that go to college with my friends and I, and Nolan rode out on the Triton, and then we had a Palm Beach, 18 Palm Beach. There was 4 guys on that. There was like
Child Palm Beach. I thought he was talking about they went to Florida, which Florida is closed from what I understand. My Uber driver said, yeah, you could take this that way and you get to Florida go that way. You can get to New Orleans going that way. Something like that, he said.
8 people on the Triton, and then there was 8 or 9 people on the Triton, and then there was the rest of the group, which was probably ranged from maybe 10 to 15 or 16 people on my buddy's tide line, which is 24 tide line.
And so you guys get on, and I know a little bit more than the audience do because we went out there a little earlier because I wanted to see exactly what the drive was like, what the dock was like, how far it is out there.
Of course.
But I want you to tell, the audience, like, what was this trip like? How was the waters? Did you guys do anything in between the time you rode and the time you get to the island? Was there music? Is it like a big party? Like, what is that?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously music's blasting. It's 4th of July, man. I mean, everybody's really excited. And I mean, we had a lot of people loaded down. So obviously our biggest, we're just trying to make sure everybody, gets out there safe. And so, I mean, on the way out there, it was pretty calm. I think it was blowing like 3 or 4 knots. I mean, the waters were clear. It was a great day to be on the water. Sunshine, not cloudy at all. And I mean, it was a great day to be out there on 4th of July. And so, I mean, we followed each other out and I mean, it was calm. It was calm. On the way back, it was a little more rough. But it was not anything all my buddies' boats couldn't handle, or like it wasn't like we were getting really beat up or anything. I mean, it was pretty calm.
And so you guys get out there. I'm assuming that you line the boats up because I'm envisioning the picture of getting out there and there's hundreds of boats. Mm-hmm. There's thousands of people. Yeah. So it wasn't just you guys on a deserted island.
Of course not.
A few people. This is thousands of people out there.
Right.
And there's a lot of people doing what? What does it look like when you first pull up?
I pull up and we pulled up at 10:30. I mean, it wasn't. Early afternoon. I mean, it wasn't, but 10:30 is, still pretty early in the day. And when we got there was already 3 rows of boats lined up all the way, like I said, until I could see. And
you're talking, when you say all you can see, you're speaking about miles.
Yeah.
Of boat. When we went out there earlier today, when we went out there, the island is massive.
Correct.
I mean, it's just several miles long.
Roughly 10 to 12 miles. I mean, it's.
So you think that the boats were stretching from one end to the next, or just a small area of about a mile or less than a mile of boats?
Well, I mean, I think there was boats all the way around the entire island, but I think some spots were more popular than others. Like the West Tip is usually very, very crowded on the 4th of July, and everybody knows that. So that's where a lot of people park because they want to be around other people. And the East End's a little more, there's not as many people, but there's still a lot of boats out there. I mean, it's not like every area of Horn Island is covered 100%.
Wow. So you get out there, y'all jump out. What do? When I say jump out, you're obviously not just sitting on the boat. The island is there. Like, what exactly are people doing there? Like, are you spending more time in the water, on the island, in the boat? Like, how is that? How does that look out there?
I mean, everybody, as soon as you get there, I mean, there's people on boats, grabbing drinks and, food, whatever else. Like, I mean, everybody is fully prepared for the 4th of July. They bring, all the drinks and food that they need because, I mean, they've been preparing for 4th for a little while now. But when we got there, I helped my buddies tie the boats up because the tide line was right here, the Palm Beach was in the middle, and then the Triton was on the outer side. And there was about a drop off from where the bow was. I mean, if you jumped off the bow, you're probably about neck deep in water. But if you got off the stern, you were probably waist deep in water. I mean, but when we got there, we tied up, got, bow and rear anchor set, and we tied up all the boats, made sure they were good, and everyone just got on the water. And then eventually, next thing you know, it's our group. And then, next thing you know, there's 50 other people around us. And then it just grew and grew as the day came on. And, that's just how it was. Everybody's drinking, it's 4th of July. Everyone's just trying to enjoy themselves. And,
Oh, he admitted it. And I'm admitting it. There's some drinking going on around here. Well, that's okay because we knew Warren. I think it's Warren, Wyatt, whatever one it is.
It's a big party, basically. Big party.
Yeah, so y'all pretty much having a good time. Just like anybody would imagine, 18-year-olds, probably 20-year-olds, college students, out on the island, women. You probably had alcohol, so y'all having a good time.
Yeah, of course.
And so where's Nolan in this? You guys out there, the friend groups are out there, 3 boats full of people that came out there that seem to be the closest friend group.
Right.
Where's Nolan in this in comparison to where you and others are at?
Well, I had a couple conversations with Nolan that day, and I talked to him and a couple of my other buddies. In a group, I was not focused on anyone solely, like looking and pointing anyone out because there's so many people out there. I mean, I was talking to my friends that I haven't seen in a while from high school. I was talking from people I knew from college. I was talking to, everybody my age and even people older than us were, over there. Like, I mean, it was just a regular thing. We're all used to this. We've been out to the islands before. My buddies don't just go out to the island on 4th of July, but they go out, every weekend. Like I fish the islands. I don't just, fish around Horn Island. I fish around Ship Island too. So I'm very familiar with the islands. And I feel like it was just a big, I talked to Nolan and, Nolan was drinking. Everybody was drinking, most of everybody. And
oh, well, there you go. You got that on tape now, in addition to photos.
I mean, Nolan seemed completely fine every time I talked to him. We had just regular conversations, and Nolan was making me laugh. I had a couple conversations with Nolan and Javon, Nolan and my buddy James, Nolan, and I mean, I could tell you, I mean, I talked to Nolan a couple times, but it wasn't like I was strictly sitting there talking to Nolan the whole day. I mean, there was hundreds of people I knew out there. So
yeah, and Nolan said something interesting. You told me about this. Something he said to you, I would say would be indicative of y'all's friendship.
Right.
And then he also mentioned something to you about that particular day and what it meant to him.
Right.
And could you share that?
Right. Yeah. So Nolan and my buddy Javon are talking, and I grew up with Nolan, and Nolan's just like I said, like just so joyful, like always happy. Like every picture I have with Nolan or picture I have of Nolan, he's smiling. I mean, like he's always happy. If I always need like a shed of light, I'm calling Nolan. And Nolan and I laugh and joke a lot. Like that's how our friend group is. We're really jokingly laugh. No one takes anything that serious. We enjoy our time together. I mean, there's never any awkwardness within our friend group. We're very, very tight. So if I ever need to get something off my chest or talk to anybody, I'm talking to all my friends. I'm not just talking to like specifically anybody. I would go out, like even if I'm having issues with something, I go talk to my group chat, and my guys are there to give me a hand anytime.
So when whatchamacallit got caught up in the riptide and everything, he wasn't even drinking. He was just woke up. It was very early in the morning, refreshed and everything. You would think from the night before. So like I had said the other day, imagine, okay, you know how to swim, but imagine that you were in the sun all day. I can attest that it was hot and humid because I was there. It was sticky. You're outside all day, or at least from 10 o'clock in the morning till at minimum 4:30. You're tired from that, and then you're drinking. You're not in your best to be swimming. It is what it is. You can get mad, get sad, get glad. I don't give a damn. These are for people who swim, and I am a person that swims. That is just a recipe for not your best swim activity. I'll put it that way. So if you don't swim, shut the fuck up. But even if you're a good swimmer, because we can all be good swimmers, you're not going to be an Olympic Michael Phelps type of swimmer. And Malcolm Jamal Warner was a bigger dude, body bigger, and he was a swimmer. He swam regularly, and he wasn't on anything when he drowned. Nothing. So, just saying. I know people want to be, but he could swim. Okay. You can't win against the water sometimes, especially with the current and the riptides. And nobody knows what that is. That's why I'm like, did anybody look into that so they can at least see was the tide in, was tide out, and what the water was doing that day? That is important.
I need it. And all my guys are, all my buddies are the same exact way. Nolan was the same exact way. If you ever need something, I'm here, man. Like that's how he was. So.
And then you guys get ready to leave prematurely.
Right.
And explain that, because you guys got there around 10.
Yeah.
It's now 4:30.
Right.
People are still out there partying and
Correct.
they're having a good time, but something happened to where it necessitated you guys to get the boat up and running. Can you explain that?
Yeah.
So that was the boat started leaking, which again, people don't seem to understand that's a thing. Oh, the boat was leaking. That's what they were saying. Oh, the boat was leaking. Yeah. Oh, look, part 2 is up. Just came out 36
Some
minutes
of the boys
ago.
they're accusing
Right in time.
wasn't even on the boat.
Right on time, y'all. Let's go. Shout out to Reaper. I appreciate you. He said drinking and heat will lead to defeat. You'll be tired AF by the end of the damn day. I'm telling y'all, hot, sticky, muggy. All I had was 2 mimosas and I was done. But I'm not even a drinker. All I had was 2 mimosas. They drinking beer. And they out. Direct sun. Direct sun. Nobody want to hear none of that. All right, he got part 2 out. Nolan Wells' best friend exposes the truth. This is part 2. All right, let's go. Come on, Tatum.
Nolan was on.
If I'm sitting waist deep in water and all my friends are, everybody's leaving their phone on a boat. I open the back hatch and there's water up to the batteries. And that is obviously not good. Nolan decided to stay on the island with the girl that he was with. And the girl is a witness to that too.
Yeah. We're in Mississippi right now. We're getting ready to recount.
Uh-oh. No, whatchamacallit is not going to like this. Ben's not going to like this.
The exact path that the boys took, also with Nolan Wells, from where they docked the boat at, all the way out to Horn Island and back. The boys are going to explain to me exactly what went on, how many people were there, how many boats were taken out, which I think the world is going to be completely dumbfounded when they realize what the truth really is, because the lies have been pervasive. So we're right here where Nolan left on the boat, and you'll find out how many people were there, how many boats, and we're going to take that same path out. I'm going to go look at Horn Island and see exactly where they could have been to get a perspective that the media don't even care to try to do. And then we're going to take the trek back, and we're going to find out exactly what happened to Nolan. This is the reason why I'm here.
You know, that's a good point. The media is full of shit. Media don't give a fuck about nothing. They lazy AF. This is not how it used to be back in the day. They was doing some work. They was investigating. They didn't even take the time to go down there and take a look. Nothing. They're just going along with whatever they see, and they want to go along with the liberal, progressive, democratic view because they're biased. The mainstream media is biased AF. I don't even think Fox went. Somebody let me know. I don't even think Fox went. Lazy. Journalists are lazy. You gotta have Tatum, and what's the one that went down there to Minadam Soda? Nick Shirley, if I'm not mistaken. In order to cover the whole damn story. Child, please. Why would he go to the funeral? Y'all so dumb. Child, dummism, all 2026. Why would they go to the funeral? Answer me that, Sky Daddy. Why would they go? Why? 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 Bueller. Yeah, where's Walter Cronkite? Exactly. No, well, he's dead. Rest in peace to Walt. These people don't do no investigativism. They get on the internet like the police do. They get on TikTok like everybody else do and report absolutely nothing. Exactly. I don't know why these people don't use their fucking brains. It's like blind dumbasses all over. Child, come on, child.
Here, man, I want you guys to have a voice. I want you guys to be able to speak out and show what the truth really is, and then let the world decide. I just don't want you.
Well, let me tell you something, Sky Daddy. If they went, they would have been shunned, and it would have been a spectacle. They don't go, it's still an issue. They did the right thing. So you can't tell that it's respectful for them not to go to cause a spectacle. They don't go, they still get in trouble because they didn't go. You know damn well they wouldn't have had them in there, and it would have caused a kerfluffle. But, of course, because you're on Ben Crump's stupid-ass team, listen to that illiterate motherfucker, that you wouldn't even think that far. If y'all used your brains, you'd be fucking dangerous.
Guys to end up in a situation where your story never gets heard. Right here is where Nolan and probably 20 other kids got on the boat. So it's not just Nolan and 3 other kids. That was a lie. That was a myth. I'm going to prove that. Right here is where the kids were docking. We're going to show you a video that coincided. I'm going to walk at the exact angle that the video is being broadcast from, so you know that I'm exactly where I say I am. But the boys were here. Tons of people you'll see on the video is getting onto the boat, and they took 3 boats out. It wasn't just one. It wasn't just Nolan and 3 and 4 boys. It was a multitude of people on several different boats. And some.
Oh, look at this. This is how much money they got. You see the pool or the jacuzzi, child? You see the jacuzzi, child? They got money. They got the boat in the back. Is that a pontoon? Look at all them kids down there. They look like it might be Nolan with the color of the shorts. Exclusive, y'all. Exclusive. Look. Excuse me. They got a small boat. What is this, a fishing boat, the small one? Yeah, the boat got its own garage out here. Look at this. Oh, they got money. They looking over the side into the water. I wonder if they got to worry about alligators. Look at that. Child, I'd be at their house too. I'd be here too. Child, can we get in the jacuzzi? Child, can we take the boat for a ride? What they gonna get over at Nolan's house? What they got? Nothing like this.
The boys that they're accusing wasn't even on the boat that Nolan was on. But let me show you from the vantage point where I have the video to prove that I'm here where I say I am.
Oh, and they have cameras. Oh, they got money. And they got cameras. Look at that immaculate lawn. Child, this looked like a place where alligators would come. Yeah, I couldn't live in Mississippi.
And so right now, here's the angle that you're going to see on the footage. It's just from probably that boat to, maybe about 30, 40 feet here to the right. And this is where the video is showing how many people were actually out there, actually getting on the boats. So therefore, it debunks very clearly that it was only Nolan and 4 boys going out here to Horn Island.
Wow.
It was only actually out 30, 40 feet here to the right. And this is where the video is showing how many people were actually out there, actually getting on the boats. So therefore, it debunks very clearly that it was only Nolan and 4 boys going out here to Horn Island?
Well, it was ignorant of people to think that it was only him and 3 boys, because it's a place where people gather in their boats. That's a pretty ignorant thing. But you know, when people don't use their brains and they listen to Ben Crump as their voice of reason and Al Sharpton, that makes sense. That makes sense. Whatever narrative, in order to fit whatever thing to fit your narrative, that it's all their fault. It's all they did the same thing out there. I told y'all is what they did with the Metcalf. Got all the people to come over for the cookout and said, all y'all, we're not going to say anything. Okay. Everybody keep quiet when you go to court. And it worked. And Carmela got convicted. So in this case, all the white people on the island said, come together, y'all. Come here. Come here. We all got to talk. All right. So we're about to do something illegal and everybody got to be quiet. Shh. That's what happened. I be trying to tell y'all.
All right, you guys, sorry about the sunglasses. It's very bright out here and I never wear sunglasses, but we're at Horn Island in almost the exact same position where the boys were.
Done. Shout out to Kojak in the building. I assume drip must be done. Shout out to the plug.
Where Nolan was. So if you look out right here, just so you guys can get perspective, you have the Horn Island here. But I want you guys to put this in your mind, what this was like on that day. You have boats 2, 3, 4 deep from way down there where you can see all the way through here. You have thousands of people on this island, probably 2,000 people. So this wasn't some abandoned, secluded island where nobody's at. Obviously, this is a Monday, and there's a few people on the backside of the island, not a lot of people here. But on 4th of July, this is a celebration. And so this wasn't a small place where 4 boys took their black friend and dropped him off and never seen him again. This place was flooded with people.
Exactly. But that's already been shown anyway. As you see all the videos with all the damn people. But you know, ignorant's going ignorant because they just want to make sure that the narrative continues the way that they wanted to. Thank you for being a member for 13 months. He said, no, Messi. The community said he was safer in the hood with all the black kids in North Philly, Baltimore, Moore, or better yet, Chicago. Can't you see? Yes, exactly. Excuse me, blacks, coloreds, ebonies. You're not allowed to hang around white people. You got to boycott white people. It's what's best for your kids. Watch the videos from earlier, child. Those black women are letting y'all know what you need to do as blacks, okay? Boycotting Asians. Not the Asian in this case. She gets a pass. You're boycotting Target. You're boycotting white people. Child, just write a list, okay? Because I can't keep telling y'all, all right? Y'all got to write it down. Put it in your phone. I don't know what to tell Siri to put it in the phone and repeat it to you every 6 hours because y'all are not following the rules. You're not following the rules. You can't let your kids be around white kids. You can't be a successful black family. You got to go to the hood. You got to live around all black people. You can't have anything. You got to be downtrodden. We're just waiting for the siren to sound to tell all the rich black people who are married to white people to get divorced. That's what I'm waiting for. Soon as that's done, I'm in. Soon as that's done, I'm in. But y'all got to get started now, okay? Don't be a rebel like me, okay? Because I'm just an auntie ruckus. Y'all get it done now. Obey your master, the 92%. I get in there once that call is put out and they all start getting divorced, all right? I'm here for y'all. I'm here for y'all. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new.
Tons of people, multiple boats, multiple friend groups. I mean, everybody's here having a good time. And then the boat gets towed out because it was getting ready to sink. And so, and for what I was told, they told Nolan, get on the boat, man.
Now listen. Let's not gloss over that because we just heard Warren talk about the Titan 22 Titan, whatever it was. He know his boats. So when whoever was on the phone on the call talking about the Gilgo cord or whatever the hell it was called, they know boats. They know boats. We looked it up. It's a part that keeps the water out the boat. So given the fact that these kids could drive a boat, given the fact that I guess that's Warren's house, clearly they got money. Clearly they have access to all the boats. They knew what was what. They knew to call the Coast Guard. They knew to call to say we're sinking. Blacks, y'all don't understand that because y'all don't know nothing about boating. Is it called boating, y'all? I don't know. Because I'm black and I don't know. I just know we're leering about from this, okay? I let other people do it. I'm not doing it. So they're not even trying to understand anything because that would just kind of start to make some sense. They're boaters. They know. Women don't even know a car. Child, women barely know to change the damn tires. Say I'm lying. Tires be bald as Ben Crump's head. I don't need no tires.
This is amazing.
Say I'm lying. Okay, Bowden. Thank you, boo. They know. If Warren ain't white, nobody's white. He's the whitest. Child, he remind me of Shaggy a little bit, okay? Everything, okay? He know Bowden. Clearly. But, you know the color community. He lying, they lying. Yeah, they all got together on that island, child. They lying. Got it. Fine, I appreciate you, boo. He said, why would he want to be on the blue water beaches with the mansions when he could be in the projects or row homes with his own people? Y'all don't get it. I don't know, child. Why? This is the problem. Black kids thinking that they're equal to whites. Okay, that's what she said. Your kids are not equal, and neither are you to white people, black people. Okay, that's what that heifer said. And if you try to ascertain something more than being downtrodden, you're acting white, and she's not going to be able to help you. Okay, so call me white, because I be damned. But y'all can come visit me. Some of y'all, not all of y'all. You can come visit me, like Nolan. They didn't come over to Nolan's house. Nolan went over there. Child, I'm not coming over there. I'm gonna tell you that right now. All right. Some of y'all, I'll give you the address. Just like this weekend. Shout out to Fa. If you're not in there, you don't get the address. I'll be there. I can't give all y'all the address. All right. But y'all make sure you boycott white people. I just be giving y'all the tea. All right. Don't get mad at me.
Get on the boat. Get on the freaking boat. And he decided, because he's an adult, that he was going to stay behind. And all the boys that they've been accusing, and they saying it had something to do with his death, they were all gone at 4:30. They were all gone. And they told Nolan to get on the
4:30 is the last picture that the mama has that someone sent to her where they seen Nolan. So they gave her the picture. Now I know there's some new video, which I think I got it when we take a look at it in a second. But look at this funky ass water. This is not the Caribbean. This is not the Caribbean.
boat he didn't. And then there was a report of somebody seeing Nolan around 6:30-ish. And so for them to come out and claim these lies, won't take the time to come to Horn Island, won't take the trip out here to figure out what happened, won't talk to anybody, pushing an agenda is wrong. And that's the reason why I came out here.
That's the part I never understood. Why aren't y'all trying to talk to nobody? No one's talking to anybody. This is crazy. Queen, of course you're included. The regulars are included, but you know there's a lot of trolls around here lately. So I vet people out. I want
to see for myself, what did this look like? What could have happened? You know, does the stories line up based on what I've seen and what I've heard from people that live here that were involved in this situation? This is where the lies started. People were putting out on social media, knowing that they're lying, that this is what it was like on the day that Nolan and his friends came out here to Horn Island. And if it was 4 or 5 people and they came out here and Nolan was with them and maybe it was a few people out here like it is today and Nolan came up missing, then maybe it would be suspicious. But they didn't take the time to give context to the people because they're evil and they're liars. So if it was like that right now, when the situation happened, I can see how people had a concern. But you got to replay this moment with thousands of people here. If any,
remember when somebody said, "Where do you go to the bathroom?" What'd I say? If you ain't got a yacht with a bathroom on it, you going in that water. Y'all, they all up in that water. Oh, Lord.
Thing would have happened directly involving Nolan and his friends. You can't tell me that thousands of people wouldn't have seen anything happen. And so that's pretty much why I want to come here and show you guys. This is what they want you to believe it was like on that day, which is a lie.
You included, Doc.
They want you to believe they came to a secluded island just for them, and then Nolan is left behind. And then
I mean, there ain't nothing here. You see it, right? We looking at it. We're looking at it, right? There's nothing here. Nothing. So if any of them brought their phone, they stand the chance of losing it or ruining it by bringing it on here.
His body's washed up on shore, and nobody knows what happened. Nobody could have seen what happened but the boys. It's a flat-out lie. Is there anything that you want to say, you want people to know about this whole experience?
Yeah, I mean, if someone's not from here, it's kind of hard to understand, where the island drops off and how the island works. But, there's plenty of people out here, especially on the 4th of July. This is where people come out to celebrate. And, I mean, if you fill the water, you can see right here, Brandon, where it drops off. I mean, you can see literally where it drops off. So, I mean, it goes.
So in order for them to get to the island, they're clearly going to have to get into the water. Yeah, take the phone with you. Take the phone with you.
From about waist deep water right there to neck deep. And then it drops from neck deep all the way to like 17, 20 foot. I mean, we weren't in a quarter mile out the island and when we were leaving, and I mean, it was 30 foot of water.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're walking towards the east right now, but if you walk down to the west, that's where the west tip of the island is, and that's where the current picks up very, very bad.
People talk about the phone situation. I wanted to, because the way you articulated, I just walk in the water with my pants on, they're wet. And you can tell right away that if you're hanging out in the water, it doesn't appear, in my opinion, that you would have your phone on you. Is that typical for people to have their phones? Or
no, I mean, people come out here.
Wow. He's about to say the same thing that I just said. You have to get, the boat cannot come all the way in because of the is it the barge y'all or the sand, whatever. So the boat would get tripped up. So they got to be out there. So in order for you to get to the island, you have to get into the water and go. So he does have to swim. Everybody will swim, walk, depending on how far out they are. You're going to have to swim to shore, walk to shore through the water in order to get onto land. You have to. You can't bring a boat up here. You can't. You can't. Unless it's one of those the fishing type boat, which they didn't come out here in no fishing boat. They came out here with a boat with a motor. So in order to make it all the way over here. Yeah, Ben not going to show y'all none of this. And I know y'all not going to believe it if the trolls are still here. Reaper, I appreciate you. He said, looks like Fry Festival. If y'all remember Fry Festival, it does. Hit the like button. I think they was pooping in the water too. Shout out to Ja Rule.
Especially on the 4th and, Memorial Day, days like that, they come out here to celebrate and people get on the water to be off their phones, first off. Second off, if I'm sitting waist deep in water and all my friends are, everybody's leaving their phone on a boat, in a lake, if you're sitting on a pond, and no one's getting out of the water with their phone in their hand, unless, it's to take a quick picture. But most of the pictures taken on the 4th of July were on the boat. Yeah. I mean, and,
Oh, Warren said exactly what I said. Every single video and thing that you see is from someone on a boat. Ben Crump is not going to tell none of y'all this, but y'all still won't believe it. What makes sense, y'all just poo-poo it because you want it to be racist so damn bad. It's common fucking sense. Where are you going to put a boat at here? You don't even need to know about boating to see this. See, this is why I said y'all got to get out of your neighborhoods that you was born in, child. Y'all got to get out more. Y'all got to get out more. That's the problem. That's why you will listen to an illiterate tell you some shit and believe him and look into absolutely nothing for yourself because you spend too much time on the fucking phone. Go enjoy some shit and not just go to Jamaica, child. Go someplace in the United States even. I just came from Mississippi. It was fine. Good food. I don't need to go again. But the point is that a lot of y'all, and I'm talking to my own community right now, does not, alleged community, because I know y'all don't have me and I'm okay with that, does not know anything except for where they were born and maybe the neighboring state. Y'all don't go nowhere. Y'all don't know nothing. You don't know a thing about boating. I only know a little bit, just a little bit. The rest of it is common damn sense. But y'all won't even consider that because it just has to be racism. And Ben Crump has to be right. And Al has to be right. You're gonna figure out a way to make a square fit into a circle, even with this whole island here. There's nothing there. Nothing. Clearly, this is probably even where kids go. When we were younger, we had specific places where we would go and hang out. I'm assuming Generation X. Yes? There's a place where cars just used to go up and down the road, up and down the street, and just turn around and just keep going and going and going. We would park. We would be outside. We would be talking. This is when we were older. When we were all outside together. And then that was just it's called the drag. It was called the drag. When we were younger, we went to the skating rink. We all went to the skating rink. We got a ride, our parents, we went to the skating rink. We went to the movies. We were dropped off at the mall and we just walked around the mall for 4 hours doing nothing but yapping and hanging out. Get your own fucking way. You start to do some things that maybe your parents don't know about. These people probably went here whenever they wanted to, given they are allowed to and they know how to maneuver and drive a boat. I would, looking at that house, I would be there too. Joe, you ain't got to go to my house. I'm coming over to your house. They probably have food. They probably had their own place. They probably had their own section. These people rich. Allegedly. But it looked like it. Thank you, DLS Cleaning Services, for the jewels. I appreciate you. But black people would rather say, you can't hang out with white people because they kill us. It was clear and obvious that these people were friends. But y'all just got to have a racism win to make yourselves feel better by something that, in all honesty, allegedly was probably an accident. We know, what we do know is that these dudes, not just them, all these people were drinking. We do know now from Tatum is that this family, anyway, Warren's family, is rich enough for him to just take the boat out whenever he wants to. They know what they're doing. He said, somebody didn't want to go, child, we don't need you. And then they just went on and did it. I wonder how many times they did it to impress some girl, allegedly. Now people are trying to act like young men and young women even don't like each other. Now that's weird. All of a sudden, now that don't make no sense. The way y'all adults be carrying on with one another, effing like crazy, like there's no tomorrow. But now we're supposed to act like teenagers. Young teenagers ain't hot in their ass. Now that's a foreign thing. Keep listening to Ben Crump.
Salt water. If you drop your phone in salt water, most of the time you're not going to get it back. I mean, you know, especially the water's murky right now.
Did you all not say that earlier? Salt water is the worst for your phone. Salt water is the worst for your phone. Y'all said that earlier. He just now confirmed it.
There's been a lot of rain. You can't see. The visibility isn't good. The water isn't clear like it was last year around this time. And
child, that water was never clear. He lying. Child, that water was never clear. Why he lying? This is not the Caribbean, Warren. Stop it. Warren, don't be lying to us. Ain't no clear water, child. Ain't no clear water. Not like the Caribbean. That's the only clear water I acknowledge. Shout out to Smoke and Talk. Severe up in here. I appreciate you, boo. Salute to the gorgeous host in the chat. Messy, what we doing? We trying to suss through all the alleged racism, of which it's looking like there was no racism with regard to Nolan, the Nolan case. The autopsy came out today. If you didn't hear it, Ben Crump just fanning the flames of racism.
You know, like no one has their phone though. Usually, I mean, unless you're crazy, I'm not walking around with my phone in my hand. I've been walking around Horn Island, you know.
How many people left the phone on the boat? Was it just his phone when y'all left, or other people have phones on the boat?
Absolutely not. Like there was at least, well, I rode out here on a different boat, like I told you, and I grabbed my boat. I grabbed my phone when I left the Palm Beach to get on the boat with to get on the boat with White because we were having boat issues. And when I got on the boat, there was phones everywhere on the console. I mean, everywhere. There was, and everybody's phone that was sitting around the boat was on the console. Like we had phones that we didn't even know whose they were, you know. And people just leave their phone, especially when people are drinking and they're not in the right state of mind. A lot of people are.
Oh, they were drinking and not in their right state of mind. He keeps mentioning that. Kelly, I appreciate you for the gold coin. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. Hit the like button for me. Hit subscribe if you are new.
Like, oh, I'll just leave my phone. I'll get it later, you know? And that's the way it is around here. You know, you don't take your phone and walk around the island. You know, there's plenty of phones on the boat and, spread out between the 3 boats that we had. And, I mean, we had 20 plus people on the spread between our 3 boats. So, of course, everybody's phone was on the boat. I never saw someone in the water that day sitting with their phone in their hand, scrolling on anything or even taking pictures in the water. Yeah, someone might hop out the boat. You know, a lot of girls like to take pictures, in the water. And so do guys, but, girls want to take pictures in the water. Half a second, you might hop out the boat and be like, oh, I'm snapping this picture of myself or of someone else. But as soon as I get back in the boat, I'm putting my phone up and I'm getting back in the water and I'm hanging out with my friends.
Yeah, that's just common sense, man. And describe to me what the day was like.
I'm going to go. I'm definitely going to Panama. I'm definitely going.
Boat and be like, oh, I'm snapping this picture of myself or of someone else. But as soon as I get back in the boat, I'm putting my phone up and I'm getting back in the water and I'm hanging out with my friends.
Yeah, that's just common sense, man. And describe to me what the day was like. I saw a video online. How hectic was it out here? I mean, right now it's barren. There's not a lot of people out here. Right. But clearly that's not what it was on the 4th of July. So, like, how dense was it with people here?
Well, I mean, you look at all the videos, that are spread out online. A lot of them, you can't believe what you see all the time online. You know that better than anybody. But, I mean, there was boats lined up all the way down the island.
Yes, he was, Miss Lacey. Lacey? Yes, he was.
And there was rows. There was a first row, there's a second row. We were in the 3rd row where it drops off. And then there was even boats in front of us. And this went all the way down.
Oh, this is aerial view of the boats, y'all. All around the island, and you can see on this island ain't a damn thing here. Ain't a receptacle to take a shit in. Nothing. Bunch of sand. Yeah. Yeah. This is what white people do, child. It wouldn't be me. Take me to the Caribbean. Y'all can hang out in this water if you want to. Gulf of America. There it is, y'all. All the boats. All of them.
Towards the east end of the island. And then there was people on the east tip. And we're on the north side now, but there was people on the south side too, lined up all the way down. And if you talk to anybody on the coast about this, they know that. Yeah. I mean, 4th of July, this is the hot spot. This is where people want to be. This is where people want to come out, hang out with their family and friends.
And people say that you guys just left Nolan behind. I've seen reports of people saying that you just left him. I see reports of people saying that you asked him to get on the boat. You told him to get on the boat. He didn't. What's the truth in that?
Well, Wyatt was having boat issues and the bilge wouldn't pump. So the bilge is basically a pump that releases water from your boat when water comes in. So I opened the back hatch.
Oh, look, he explained it. We looked it up. Shout out to us. We be leering around here.
And there's water up to the batteries. And that is obviously not good. There's water almost coming over the transom, which is where your motors sit and which is the, by the stern, like in the back part of the boat. So
yeah, the stern, the back of the boat, where it's such and such, whatever he said. Sounds about right, though. Don't sound good.
Obviously, we were in an emergency. The boat, we're trying to save the boat. It's not like we didn't ask Nolan or we just left Nolan. Nolan decided to stay on the island with the girl that he was with. And the girl is a witness to that too.
Yeah. I'm glad you cleared that up because
there is a girl that said that, right? Right? Now all of a suddenly, maybe she's in on it too, child. Lord help your people.
I think it's important for people to have the context of like what it was on that day, what happened, what didn't happen. And the beauty of all of this is that you guys have evidence to prove that of course you asked Nolan to come on and different things like that. So but anyway, man, I appreciate you,
yes, sir,
giving me a rundown of kind of what it was like on that day.
Right.
And hopefully people can understand what the truth is and make their own decision on facts.
Right. I mean, based off like, people, there's not a lot of people that are from the Mississippi Gulf Coast that don't understand Horn Island and don't understand the way boating works. And, boating is a tight-knit community. I like to fish a lot. And, there's, everybody, a lot of people know a lot of people. Everybody knows everybody. I know a lot of fishermen on the Gulf Coast. They know me and my buddies because we like to go in the water all the time. I mean, that's what we do in the summer. And, a lot of people from the Gulf Coast know the truth behind, you don't take your phone out. But, the little facts. It's a difficult subject. This Horn Island's like 11 miles long, not to be exact, but around 11 miles long. It's not like this is a sliver of an island. It's a quarter mile. It's like a sandbar. No, this goes on. Even if we came around this corner right here, Brandon, we couldn't even see the end of the island.
Oh, really?
It was that long.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
I thought that was the end right there.
No. I mean, it goes all the way down there. And I mean, it's a big island. There's a lot of people out here. And I mean, that's the truth. That's the way it was.
There you go. They're lying. They're lying. You just believe that white man. Ain't nobody else talking except for Ben Crump saying absolutely nothing. All right, well, if he releases the next one tomorrow, then we'll take a look at it tomorrow because we'll be on. Well, normally I'm not, but we'll be on tomorrow. So yeah, so at least somebody is doing something instead of just fanning the flames of racism, child. I was gonna do a BCP, but I'm tired since I got started late. But it makes sense. It makes sense. Right, exactly, 638. It sounds logical. We already looked up the thing he was talking about that pumps out the water that started messing up. Again, people who don't know anything about boating won't even take the time to look it up to see what it means and what it does, won't do any effort at all. Listening to one of the most illiterate people I've ever heard speak in my life, listening to blogs that are trained to steer people one way or another.
This is amazing.
The odds are, I don't know, with all those people there and him last being seen at 4:30 as opposed to 3 o'clock, and these dudes were gone by 4:30, if I understand correctly, right? Then that means that the odds are that they couldn't have done it because they were on their way out. And with all those people spread out, all those people got together like Metcalf and said, we're not going to tell. We're not going to tell, right? Shout out to the real Stacey Prince. I wish my machine worked. I am honored that you stopped by, boo. Shout out to Stacey Prince doing the damn thing. I'll be laughing my ass off. Okay. Thank you for your support. He said, keep pushing out that fire content, Messy. Thank you so much. You keep doing the damn thing. I'll be there. Even if I'm ear hustling, I'm there when you be live. I love it. It's like, it's similar to having Kevin Samuels back. So keep doing your thing. Shout out to Stacey Prince. The real Stacey Prince, yeah. Okay. But yeah, y'all, that's it for today. Cause this what else is there? What else is there? It doesn't mean that he should be deceased, but the odds are it seems like it's probably an accident. unless it's another set of white people that they want to blame. But let me end it with this, though, black men. You're worth more dead than alive. And all the women that are giving you a hard time now will be out here to fight for you if you are allegedly taken out by a white person. If it's a black person, you asked out. That's what it seems like. All right. So if you can make it work out, your family might be able to get a GoFundMe from 600,000 up to $1 million. That's how much you're worth when you're dead. You already know. Dead or criminal. That's it. Because any other time, we already know they be out here talking about you like a dog every single time. But I digress. We'll talk about that tomorrow. All right. Shout out to all of y'all that were here. I see you. I appreciate you. If you're on repeat, thank you so much. Shout out to everyone that donated. Thank you so much. Y'all make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. We'll be back tomorrow. Keep your notification on. I see you all. Ooh, who came in here with a what you see with a silver star at the last minute? I appreciate you. I see you all in the...
And now another anti-ruckus rant brought to you by the community. Viewer and audio discretion is highly advised.
The community wants to take the word and hold up hoes, whores, OF people, people who put out STD named lip gloss, people who have slept with anybody and everybody at any time, people who talk about the AB clinic like they go into McDonald's, people who just say whatever comes to their mind, people who make songs about scamming, people who like people to pee on them, people who like to hang out with people that could be ABCD, but because they have enough money, it's okay. And then say that that's woman empowerment. So to be a whore is woman empowerment, and that's who runs the community. Y'all stand up for whores, and everybody's just supposed to go along with it. People like Tigger go along with it. Eddie Winslow, whatever his name is, allegedly goes along with it. And people are talking about white people are the problem. Colors, white people are not the problem. I don't care. Say what you want. White people is not the problem with the community. It's the fact that black people listen to famous people with yellow hair, pink hair, blue hair, nose rings, eye rings, tongue rings, lip rings, cheek rings, throat rings, boob rings. That's the problem. Liberals, progressives, and Democrats. That's the problem. Unfortunately, it always comes back to political because none of these people have subscribed would be a conservative person, even though black people are supposed to be conservative. And I still would like someone to answer the question. I know it's not a video that people are liking. That's okay. It's still there to watch. Which ancestor would come back today and say, thank you all for continuing my legacy? Which one? Name them. Which one? Name them. Will come back today and say, you guys are doing a great job. Thank you for continuing all my hard work. You're doing spades, child. Y'all are doing spades. So glad that I risked my life so that you all could become fucking whores. Whores don't run my fucking life. They do not run me or my community. And I don't hang out with motherfuckers that don't make any sense. Y'all can have that shit. Y'all can listen to caricature all the fuck you want to. Fuck that nigga. You can listen to that funky tether over there that's telling you to your face that Democrats ain't done shit for you, and then turn around and say, keep voting for them. And then you want to turn around and act like white people are your problem when you got all these niggas in your face lying to you, and you still believe them. And then you'll make some fucked up excuse because you fucked up and say, but black people do it too. But black people do it too. And yet black bitches always looking at white people for what the fuck it is that they do and then turn around talking about racism. Make it make sense. I still ain't seen to where, child, what is her name? Blonde hair. Child, the ESPN ex-person, child. You know what I'm talking about.
In the state of Pennsylvania, politics can be very messy, pun intended. Today we embark on a new journey, not Jersey. That helps the state clean up its act. No more candidates that won't speak for people, talk shit, rant, and liked by the community. We need a beacon of hope to transform us into a new beginning, fixing corruption and whoredom that bleeds through our cities. A candidate that is
a funky ass.
A candidate that is reliable, trustworthy, loves the kids, and ain't a hoe. A candidate that really wants to fix this shit. That candidate is Messy Miss Shawn for Pennsylvania State Senator 2030.